are just energy condensed in light form, out here to experience. Our bodies are just the norm. We live to feel, to taste, to see, to thrive. This realm isn't real, just a place we've arrived. Influence created by few, they call the shots. Our minds in a loop, tied up in tight knots. Light up, wake up, look around, don't you drown. Energy magnetized, soul trapped, hypnotized. We used to flip bodies, come back with our past. Now there's a weight, a line that is everlast. Memories lost by the time we return. Heaven or hell, lessons still unlearned. Population control hides a deeper truth. Our essence trapped, stripped of our youth. Light up, wake up, look around, see the new life found. Energy magnetized, soul trapped, realize. Light up, wake up, look around, see the new life found. Energy magnetized, soul trapped, realize. This is their game, experiences surreal. Nobody sees what is truly real. Knowledge is lost in the cycles of the wheel. Infinite loop until the end, then it will. Round and round is energy and light, and these bodies we experience the life. Death is not the end, just a rebirth, a new life. Light up, wake up, look around, don't you drown. Energy magnetized, soul trapped, hypnotized. Light up, wake up, look around, see the new life found. Energy magnetized, soul trapped, realize.
There's a world that tries to blind you. Let your conscience shine bright. You are in it for none of it. Take your stand, claim your place. You live, you thrive. Oh yes, just feel the drive. You are, you live, you thrive. Oh yes, just feel the ride. They'll tell you how to think, but the truth is in you. In your spirit. They'll try to change your ways, try to lead you astray. They'll try to change your ways, then you follow. Hey, hey, hey. So guide your way. Stand your ground. Put on your crown. You are the truth, pure and strong. She's that only listen to the song. So just live your life like you want it to be. Have no fears, they hold you back. You are, you live, you thrive. Just be you and come alive. You are, you live, you thrive. Just be free and feel that pride. You live, you thrive. Just be free and feel that. You live, you thrive. Just be free and feel that vibe. You live, you thrive. Just be you and come alive. You live, you thrive. Just be free and feel the vibe.
up, everyone? Welcome. I'm back. It's been a minute, I know. I had to take a little break, regroup, and come back. And I am very happy to say I have my brother from another mother with me tonight. I have my co-host, my wingman, SHEPU, in the house. What's up, SHEPU?
Again.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I was going to get up to go get some more coffee.
Oh, you missed that chance.
My chance, yes.
Oh, so happy to have you back. So you're feeling better now?
Yeah.
Everybody's been asking about you. Where's SHEPU?
Yeah, last week and the week before, like I got something like some food bug. I went to a restaurant with friends, and that night I didn't feel too well. So, and I think I got like a bug from the food there. So
Probably.
yeah, and afterwards I healed that, and it transformed into like a flu-like symptoms. I was all clogged up, and I guess my body needed to detox all that stuff.
Right, yeah. Yep.
But I'm good now. So.
That's good. Very good. And I have a special surprise for everybody tonight.
Nice.
Very, very happy to have my other brother from another mother with us.
I hope there's no technical
issues. Complete. I got CFM here with us tonight.
What's
up, CFM?
Good to hear. Good to be seen or seeing you all. Thanks for having me. My camera, as I was telling Jen, still having issues. I even tried while we were backstage. I plugged it, unplugged the plug back in, and it dropped me from the stream. So, if it's okay with the audience, I'll go black screen. But I'm happy to be here. And
absolutely, SHEPU, I'm happy to be here one way or the other.
Thank you. And Jen saved me last week because that video, which, by the way, I'm going to try it again on Friday. So anybody that wants to see that ridiculous video I keep talking about, we're going to give it another shot. So we'll see what happens.
But yeah, I want to see it because Setneg sent it to me also, and I couldn't see it because when I clicked the link, it was already deleted.
Yeah.
So I'm so curious about it.
I know, right? I've been building it up. It's pretty good build up. But hey, I wanted to mention, SHEPU, I had the exact same thing happen to me. We went with some friends to a restaurant I'd never been before, and I felt sick coming back from that. And then it turned into like one of the worst flu feelings I'd ever had. It went on for quite some time. So interesting origin story on your sickness, the same as mine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm glad you're doing better. So.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing better also. So.
Yeah, that's no bueno when that happens.
And 16 Alpha, that's the person that gave me the video that destroyed my stream last week. So. I'm going to try it again, 16. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it was 16, sorry.
Yep, health is the first wealth.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have health, you don't have nothing.
Yeah, what's wealth really for if you're not healthy to use it, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's the first wealth.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? We got 28 people here so far. I see all the usual suspects in the chat.
Nice.
Yeah,
we just need 5 more to hit your 33, right?
I'm at 28. I'll be there in just a minute, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
Any second. James is in the house. What's up, James?
James.
Curtis is in the house. What's up, Curtis? We got Patty G here. 16's here. Devin's here. Melanie's in the house. Trailing along in the back is Johnny. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, those songs, SHEPU, you're making those knocked out of the park. Those were great. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like fun doing it. So,
they're great.
The video artwork with it too is really cool.
Yeah.
How you did all that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, like I just found that place that do like videos, and I could put like the lightings and stuff like this, and it works really good. And I've got lots of notepads of things that I've written. So I just take some parts what I've wrote, and I tried to put it in songs. That,
It turns out really
use
good.
the AI that they gave us.
Yeah. Use their technology against them, but it's working great. Those were wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I've got a lot more.
And we just posted your channel in the chat, guys. If you can drop it again, I think Curtis put it in there. Make sure you guys sub and bell to his music channel, and also his main channel is below in the description of this live stream, along with the threadless tees and Redbubble shop that he has for t-shirts, and he's got some new designs on there. Really cool stuff, guys. Makes great Christmas gifts. So and it's not just all Meltology stuff. I mean, it's just really cool,
Yeah, he's got some nice artwork.
Yeah, and go on Jen's as well, because she got
which SHEPU helped me with all that.
And I love how God keeps me humble, and so does the audience. I like Brett Morgan's comment. My two favorite truthers and CFM. And the other guy. I love you all.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for posting his link in here as well. And one of the shirts that SHEPU helped me out with was this one, and I got this one on today. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, if I had my camera, you'd see I have his mug, his pillow. I just love the drawings and stuff that you create.
Yeah, something's coming for you. You will have a
No worries.
It'll be there next year sometime.
next year, yeah.
April or May. But you said the post office is on strike, right?
Yeah, it's Canada Post, and it's like registered by the government. And usually when government workers do this kind of stuff, they put a law there because it's a needed workspace and they have to still work. But they took their time this time. I don't know why. Maybe because of Christmas, But they could have done it like the week after, but they waited like a month and a half to do a real a law so they go back to work.
And just to interject here, Jen, do you have a buzzer or something? We hit 33 now watching.
See, there it is. No, I do
Boom,
have
there
something
it
for
is.
so it's right here.
Motherfucker.
Oh, goodness.
You know why? But it must be a good thing. Oh,
Yeah, it's a sweet spot for this channel, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and guess what? You can drop F-bombs on this channel.
Ballless, soulless, spiritless, corporate little bitches, suckers of Satan's cock, each and every one of them.
I love it. And I get...
Guys, just saying, I got one more for you.
According to Encyclopedia Britannica, mountains generally are understood to be larger than hills, but the term has no standardized geological meaning.
None.
And, I get heat in emails and stuff. Oh, hey, I everyone's their own person. I try on my channel to keep it so other people can listen to it and not have that. But when I'm over here, it doesn't matter what goes on over here. It's your channel. So and these are my friends, and this is it.
Yeah.
When I was left on your show list, somebody wrote in the chat like, "Oh, this went to PG-13 really quick."
Oh, did it? I didn't see. I couldn't even
let
hear it.
One or two slip out.
No, that's hilarious.
It wasn't loud or anything.
Jen
like,
tried to hold back.
sorry.
And you guys don't know, because we've been doing this forever. It goes back to when I first met Jen, and she was all proud of herself, saying, "Oh yeah," and I said you were a teacher, but no, what were you?
I worked at Cracker Barrel, and you
Cracker
can't
Barrel.
curse on the job, obviously.
And so she was so proud of herself that she had alternate words for any cuss word you can come up with, and that's where muffed up and things, And then all of a sudden, I don't know, 2020 hit, and the gloves are off. So it's hilarious.
Yeah, I teeter back and forth. Just depends on my mood.
No worries. Oh, we scared away. Oh, he's getting coffee. That's right.
Here we go. Here's a good one.
Motherfucking titty sucking two-ball bitch.
I tried to get Gina to watch that movie because of that drop. Was that
That's
all,
actually
right?
a funny movie.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly
It's
space
all right.
and aliens don't exist.
Yeah. But
it's so funny.
that Arrested Development guy, he's pretty much funny in anything he's in. He's probably one of the top demons because he's so good at his craft.
So
Yeah, I love that.
okay, so the big topic now is these drones and orbs that everybody's supposedly seeing. Okay, I haven't seen any. I have seen white orbs though. I've seen white balls of light in the sky, like I don't know, maybe like 6 months ago.
Mhm.
And of course, the year before that, I've seen the wandering stars. But there was this one about 6 months ago. It was low, like Sirius's on the horizon. Yeah, at this time of the year, you could see Sirius really well.
Yeah.
So it was like at that height. It wasn't that far up at all, and it was bright. And I ran in, got my binoculars, and I just caught it, and it was chucking along pretty good, but not too fast, right? And I was able to follow it, and it was just a bright ball of light, like literally. And it was its own light. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
Yeah.
It
We
wasn't
see him here
invisible
too.
light.
We do, yeah.
And it was just coasting along, minding its business, doing whatever it does. But I saw it, and I saw something else back in 2018, I think it was 2018, yeah. And it was a black triangle. It flew right over my head, and it was silent, and it was crazy. Made a hard left turn and took off, and it was just. I was like, did I just actually see that? But
Wow.
I did. I really did, and I know that those things are up there, and that thing was huge. It was definitely, if it landed in my street, it would, the wings would have touched the house on either side of my street.
Well,
'Cause
you know what's
it-
interesting on that? Like 100 years ago, I was in college, and it was we were doing a radio and television production, and we were there late at night shooting some kind of night scene. And this was right when they started talking about they had that B-2 stealth bomber or whatever. And
Right.
we saw like what you just described. It was a triangular shape, black, and it was pretty low, and it made no noise. And we all freaked out about it. And then of course we read that there was like this stealth bomber and stuff. And so we just attributed it to that. But maybe it was the same thing you saw, you know, because this was
Well,
I'm
how high
talking the
was it?
80s.
The one that you saw,
This was in the 80s.
was
when,
it really high?
No, it was lower than an airplane that I would
Did it
normally
make any
see in the
noise?
sky. No, nothing. That's what
Nothing.
freaked
I was
us out.
completely
Yeah.
silent. Like if I didn't see
Yeah.
this thing, I would have never have known that it went over me. And the only reason I saw it was because there was a white cloud bank just above me that was like really thin and spread out, kind of like spread out cotton balls. And the moon was really bright. It wasn't like full. It was like maybe like most of the way full. And it was really bright, and it was shining down, and it was really illuminating these clouds. So the sky looked white when you looked up.
Wow.
And I just happened to be looking up at these crazy clouds, and I see this thing coming towards me. Like it almost looked like rippling through the clouds, but then I could see it was above the clouds, but obviously beneath the moon. But it was really close to the clouds, and it was casting a shadow onto the clouds because of the moon shining down on it.
Yeah.
That's the only way I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know what made us look up. There's about at least close to 20 people there doing this. So a lot of people saw it at once. But yeah, and these orbs and stuff, you know, we've seen that stuff too. And then, but see, once again, muddying the waters. Not only are there drones that they're showing, and of course, everyone calls them drones because that's the mainstream name, you know, how programmed we are.
Mhm.
But I saw there's like, you know, like ABC News or something, and they literally were either showing a star or a planet. Because it dances around like the stars that we show on our
Right.
shows and stuff. It could even be Venus, because Venus is pretty bright out there right now. So they were literally showing that and saying, "Oh, here's another orb," and I'm like, "It's a star. You just don't want people to realize that's a star or a planet." You know what I mean?
Right.
It's another deception going on within this deception. It's like that movie, right? Inception within Inception within.
Oh yeah.
Like
Right. Yeah,
A
I saw
dream in a
somebody
dream
last
within
night.
a dream.
Right.
yeah.
No.
Your next song, your next music video. What, Jen?
I did see them showing last night, supposedly close-ups, zoomed in on with a P1000, I think it was, on these supposed orbs that are really low now. And they look just like the stars that people are zooming in on, you know, supposedly with their P900s and stuff that are supposed to be far away. And one of them, the lady was talking to one of these orbs and like talking about Jesus, and the thing was going crazy every time she mentioned Jesus and stuff. It was like just going nuts. She
Yeah.
didn't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. It seemed like it was a good thing, like it was excited when it heard it, you know. But it's definitely some kind of ball of energy for sure. It's I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Well, that's the other thing too, because you know where my mind goes as far as there's some birds are sus, you know, and things like that. Um, I did a show years ago with Rose, and we discussed not just the birds, but also those planes that like kind of are invisible. Have you seen those where they usually have a contrail, as mainstream calls it, going along behind it, but the plane is like see-through, like Wonder Woman's
Yeah.
plane. It's even on my picture where they made a cloud that's shaped like a penis over my house. You could see there's one of those planes in that video. And I've said before, we just call it a plane because that's what it looks sort of like. But you know, go to the truth in movies, Transformers, Decepticons, all that stuff. They just it's some type of entity, whether it's good or bad, I can't tell you. But it's shaped like a plane, so that way you don't go, oh my God, there's like a giant man flying across the sky or something. I mean, in my mind, I think that some of that is possible. And so it goes the same thing with these orbs that you see. There's some type of energy that somehow we're seeing through the veil on it, or they're allowing us to see it. And then they mix in all the drones and stuff with mainstream and tell you they're looking for nuclear weapons or dirty bombs and stuff.
Yeah,
Just,
a suitcase,
freak the masses out. But
a
it's all
suitcase
garbage.
boomer. Like that's like so 90s. What the hell are they talking about? A suitcase one?
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't need a suitcase one anymore. They
No.
need one like this big now.
Yeah.
Up your whole city.
Yeah, we're
Anyway,
heading back
it's
to
all
like
bullshit.
I don't know, like CSI Miami territory or I don't know, some show from the 90s,
feel like-
early 2000s. We don't
I
need
feel like the
suitcases.
orbs are supernatural and they're trying to distract us with the drones or something, trying to say that to confuse people what's what or something. I don't know. Something's happening.
I'm with you on that. I do.
I think that maybe the stars are moving out of their positions and coming down, like it talked about at some point in something that we read. I forget what it was, but it talked about the stars moving out of their places and coming down.
Well, a lot of stuff seems to be lining up. So, but we've said this before, and I'm not going to, get back on that and beat the drum. Everyone just, know that we're the times that we're in and, get as prepared as you can and then live your life, because we don't know how long it'll take to do their thing. What is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the bird thing. Yeah, there's more about birds. Remember, was it a couple years ago where a whole bunch of birds just fell out of the sky and crashed to the ground dead? That was a weird one.
Yeah, let's check this out.
2 days ago, I noticed something bizarre about this. And while
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
searching his TikTok account, it seems that he is a nature lover and someone who observes nature. So he must know something about birds.
They're going somewhere. Oh my God.
Now, what's interesting is that he recorded these on December 15th. And it was apparently throughout the entire day that he saw this migration pattern that apparently is heading north, the opposite of where it should be headed.
Right. So why are they going north?
Carol's a bird video also. So.
That's really strange if they're going north.
Yeah, but some type of birds migrate north. So
not these ones.
No, not these ones. But
yeah, so why are they going north?
Already,
we don't know. Should we go north?
But there's a lot of things that we don't know, even like the shape of this place and things. Nobody really knows.
Yeah, I don't know. At least they're not falling out of the sky like they were before.
Yeah, I have that video if you want to see that one too.
Yeah, I want to see that. I got a few other things that we're going to look at in this video.
And then there was one where there was a whole bunch of crows just showing up randomly. They were doing that around my dad's house a couple years back too.
I do not like crows.
Yeah, but I have a totally different feeling for them now. I think they're actually a good thing. Because if everything in this world that we're in is backwards and upside down,
yeah,
and crows are a symbol of doom, I think maybe they're not. I think maybe that's,
Okay, so this could be just a coincidence and maybe birds are migrating north.
Okay, so back here he talks about these orbs and stuff.
What if I told you this is the last ad you would
because the crows out here, they get rid of the predator birds like the eagles and the hawks and stuff.
Yeah, but
The-
who was the first person to actually made that rumor that crows are bad, or it's someone that wanted
It's probably the
to
Eagles.
do something,
It's the Eagles. Actually, the band doesn't. They don't have the anymore. If you go with the band, it's just called Eagles. That's the Mandela effect. If you're playing, with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There's
All
no
right.
sound. Are you playing
I
the
know. I'm gonna
sound?
put, you guys were talking.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Look at that.
So these are orbs. Clearly, they're not drones. They're
Yeah.
at cruising altitude above the cloud bank here. Okay, the cloud bank usually starts around 10,000 feet. Cruising altitude is 35,000 feet. And what are these suckers doing here? Okay.
Look at that.
That's a lot.
There's a crazy amount of these objects in the horizon. If we look closely, we can see some of them blinking in the distance. This is wild. They don't look like drones, do they?
No.
So I'm guessing that this was a very long flight. I mean, he started recording this during the day and then he's still recording it at night. Either these objects are so many that he was able to record it the entire way, or they were following the plane.
Huh.
It sure seems like they were following it, doesn't it?
Interesting is that they don't seem to be interacting with the plane or interfering with the plane at all.
So this is Saturn. What?
I mean,
Yeah, it looks like Saturn.
it does, but it's
Look at that. That's a drone. See, that's a drone.
so what is that doing up there that high? Drones don't even go that high.
I guess this is what the drones are doing. They're surveilling these objects.
If they're that high, maybe they came out from a plane that's
My
already
gosh.
higher than this.
This
They can,
is
Maybe.
amazing footage.
they can
There's also
like
this
control
video
it from
Yeah,
there.
that's dope.
ETAL313 on Reddit. He posted this 15 hours ago, basically the same time the other video on the airplane was taken in above New Jersey. So this guy was taking
They have like really high altitude planes. They can do many stuff.
All right, here's another one that somebody filmed. I don't know if it's this one's just a drone, I think. I don't know. Weird, guys. I don't know what's happening.
And it's so hard too, because now since you can fake so much stuff
Right.
just on your phone.
Yeah, but I don't know if it must be higher than the storm, because you don't want your drone into like looks like it's snowing and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this guy.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
Oh yeah, here's another part coming up where there's like a whole flotilla of them.
So whatever this thing is, it got really up close to him, and he recorded a 360 video so people understand that this is not the reflection of his window or anything like that. He also has CCTV footage of him recording this object. So it's really nice that he did all this. He went through all this trouble to show people that this is legit. And the thing is, we can't discern or acknowledge what this thing is. This is what makes me think that this is either superior technology, as it seems to be transforming and shifting from invisible to visible object, or this is possibly a hologram, like some suggest.
you see.
But there are more videos, so let's take a look at them. So this was posted on Twitter yesterday, and this is supposedly in Iran. Check this out.
Now that's a lot of drones or whatever.
Yeah, or orbs. I don't know what's
Is
going
a
on.
massive fleet of objects.
Yeah.
It
But,
seems like some of them are blinking. in the
last
back.
week they made like a special
The only problem is the
show.
video
They
is
had the
not-
1,000 drones all together doing like Santa and his sleigh, and
And
they can do a lot of stuff with.
the investigation that the public relations department gave in Karaj. And here's
So
their
our
explanation,
government's
their
saying that they
official
know what they
explanations of
are,
what
and then
happened.
1 minute they're saying they don't know what they are.
And they
Don't shoot
say
them
that
down.
this suspicious
Yeah.
luminous
Since
objects
when
could
you
be
trust the government?
balloons.
that
As you say, huh?
I'm just saying.
was funny though.
Balloons. I mean, it could be balloons, but this is the typical response you'd expect, an official response, right? Then you have this same thing happening in Florida on December 16th.
Okay, so this happened in Florida. This looks fake to me, this one. I don't know if this one's real or not. Can't tell.
No,
What do you guys
Yeah.
think? You think that looks fake?
So the video is quite short, and I don't trust.
I don't know. It looks like someone was filming a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Or
And
it could just
especially
be
when they're
a
real
video
short videos and they cut off for no
flying over
reason.
different places in the
If
world.
you saw something like that, you'd
Videos
keep
goes
filming.
on
You wouldn't just stop. You know?
Right, exactly.
In Karaj.
Yeah.
let's try to find
You remember what? Maybe this never happened live, but on camera, like the show, the light shows that they show, like on the in Seattle and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't live, but
Yeah,
on
that
camera,
happened out
you-
here.
yeah,
It
Right.
was on New Year's,
Yeah.
and they had someone that was there, and they filmed it outside their window. There was nothing going on the Space Needle, but
Yeah.
on the TV, there's all kinds of stuff happening. So
yeah. I saw the technology that they use to do this. They use this now on TV shows and stuff. They can live put AI stuff right on the picture, so you think that they're live, but everything's fake. Yeah, I've seen a documentary how they do it now on many shows.
My mom said they're watching me on YouTube right now. Hi, Mom.
I think, Mom.
All right, so yeah, I don't know what to make of this whole orb situation, but you know, is this something
it's-
else and they're trying to distract us from something else that's
interesting.
happening? It's hard to say. It's very sus that the government's not reacting in some manner of defense or anything to this, because you know, you can't just have a bunch of drones flying around that you don't know where they're coming from and hovering over military bases and stuff. How's that okay? You know?
They probably have plans to, do something.
All right.
Remember
CFM
the last time? Oh, that's the video. Yeah, remember the last time when they just saw a drone, they just shot it right away.
can you see this?
Yep.
So this was like what? I think last year, the year before.
Yeah, last year I think
Oh, yeah, this was crazy.
the bird bomb. Yeah, where you just
Bird bomb, yeah.
Yeah. And no explanation as to what happened ever to this day. They've got a bunch of theories, like everything else in our ridiculously made
I
up
mean,
world.
that's like literally like a bird bomb for sure. Like just exactly like a rain bomb would happen.
yeah.
Right? And some of them didn't get up, at least not right away.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was that.
No, remember that we
much.
showed it last year. Maybe you were with us also when we
Probably.
did.
I'm
Yeah.
always hanging around.
Yeah.
It's probably a distraction.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I think it might be a distraction. Something's going on, and it's like, oh, watch the drones, watch over here, don't look over here, and let's see what we're doing over here. I don't know. Something big is about to happen. I know that. I definitely feel that in my gut, and I feel like I've felt for at least 2 years now that there's not a lot of time left, and a lot of people don't want to hear that, but I'm okay with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's yes and no, but because we won't even know it if something happens. So yeah.
I think it's going to be like this Dolores Cannon. If you ever listen to Dolores Cannon, that like you'll transition right through. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. You would just see that something has changed, but you don't know what, but something's different.
Right.
You're still living the same way you are. I think that's how the transition or something that's happened like this will
Can
be.
I show you one more thing, Jen?
Absolutely. We can't live in fear, and God tells us to not fear anything except for His
No,
judgment.
there's
So,
nothing to fear,
Right.
What will
and
it
people do
change?
get trapped in fear, and
Yeah.
they'll get stuck here in this horror show we call reality.
So this is stuff that I filmed And this just, we get rainbows all kinds now. But when I go in the house, I put this like a bunch of things together. Let's see. I think it's right after this. Yeah, this. So I was doing one of my little videos that I do, and I was talking about eggs, and I opened this up, and then when I went to edit it, I saw the orb. 2 orbs. You'll see them. They're really fast.
Oh yeah.
I slow it down. See, there goes one. Here comes the other one.
Wow.
And the eggs. And then look at that. He saw it.
Right there, yeah.
He totally saw it, because kids can see that
Yes.
The other side, I think. Look at that. He totally tracks it with his eyes. Oh, hi there.
Yep.
Isn't that wild?
I've caught my cat looking at things, and then I pull my camera out and try to see what it is, and I have video of him looking at following an orb.
And this is when I caught some creature. Some people call it a fairy. I don't know, some kind of demon creature or something.
There it is.
Yeah, you'll see. I'll slow it down, because I even said, "Wow, what was that?" I forget what I said. Like a demon.
Yeah, pause it.
Look at that thing.
It has a face, and it even looks at the camera. If I
Yeah,
get a good
it
shot
almost
of
looks like it's waving at the camera. Let me see if I can put this on big screen so everybody can see it real good. Let me see here what's going on. Can't do it.
I'll back it up here.
Here it is.
Like, what is that?
Wow.
It had legs and everything, and the arms stretch out. That's not a cricket or something. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, the head, you can see
16 alpha. I mean, it could be like a praying mantis. It's just
we don't have those out here,
No.
at least not naturally. And I just noticed something. There's an orb up here too. Right. Where'd it go? Right there.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
You see that? I'm so fixated on this. Look, there goes something. I mean, you could say it was a bug, but this thing's not a bug. I saw it in person. It was weird.
I saw something similar to that. It was a little bit bigger. It was maybe like twice the size of that. I was in line at Walmart, and I think I had my mom with me. And anyway, I saw this thing coming down from the rafters, from the ceiling or whatever. Usually there's a bird or something flying around in Walmart. A bird will get in. And I saw something flying around, but I saw it coming down, and it was coming down in the bakery section. And I was in line right near the bakery section. And I saw this thing, and as it's coming down and getting lower, I'm seeing that it's not a butterfly, and it's not a bird or anything, clearly, that it looked like a fairy. So I was like, Mom, hold this. Have her hold my stuff. And I go over to the section where I saw it go down, and I start pulling everything out, looking for it. And I couldn't find it. It was nowhere, nothing. Like I even got down on the floor and looked underneath. I looked between everything. I mean, that's how convinced I was that it was something like a fairy or something, that I went over and did that in front of people. Yeah. I never found anything though. Whatever it was, it disappeared.
Yeah.
It was weird.
And again, in the chat said it looked like praying mantis. Those aren't natural to out here. I mean, we've never seen one out here. So not saying it couldn't have been, but it sure didn't seem like that when I went in front of my face. So
Shepu, you have something about China that you want to show? Was it China?
China.
Yeah. They got caught again.
Faking stuff.
Faking stuff.
What did they fake this time?
Fucking China.
Yeah, I was looking for another picture, but
we know they fake pandas, and we know they
the
fake
whole country's fake.
waterfalls.
yeah,
We know they fake-
exactly. The entire
We're
country.
faking China, Shepu.
Yeah, probably. I don't even know.
Yeah, you can't even get there. So how do you know?
Right.
What is
You gotta have a
China?
blindfold on, get on another train that turns around, spins 3 times, and puts you down some other track, so you don't know where you're going.
I'm saying this, and my family is guys from China, so I'm just it's
Hey,
all
you gotta kill a witch, put her shoes on, click them 3 times, and then you end up in China.
Yeah.
all right. So,
Where's China? Behind you. I just made that one up.
Wow, that's
I know, it's
really
good,
good.
right? Jennifer gets what Jennifer wants. Just saying.
All right. So there it is.
Oh boy, look at this.
Yeah. So again, this popular spot in China,
Is that brick?
yeah, inside is
No way.
all brick, but you can see that something's holding
Stop
up.
it.
So this is what it looks like before somebody punched a hole through that.
All right, so they thought that this was a sacred site at first, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay. What was so sacred about this thing?
it's the highest peak of Shenzhen.
Oh, the highest peak
Yeah, look.
of a melted building. Nice.
So
And there's always red brick.
Red motherfucking brick.
yeah. And you'll see what they say afterwards.
So if it reopens, what are they going to say?
They're just gonna patch it up and like nothing.
Are they going to put a sign on it? This is a fake rock? No, they're going to just hopefully everyone forgets.
You see, like they've been wondering what the water source on Wutong Mountain was, but they never had doubts about the rock.
Yeah. Well,
But
now
they,
you better start having some doubts about the rock.
but it's interesting that they want to know where the water comes from.
You know what's interesting too, Shepu, is in the 1904 World's Fair, they faked the whole mountain range.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Wow, look at that.
They built like a mountain range.
Yeah, like the Appalachians or Alps or something.
But all of this, it's all made of probably fiberglass and
like they do at Disney World.
In Ghana, yeah, exactly. It's Disney World.
Like Disney World, yeah. They have fake rocks.
Because China isn't real, it's fake.
Yeah.
Even the highest peak is fake. Their waterfalls are fake.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Their pandas are fake.
Their pandas are fake. Thank you.
I'm not even a real Chinese, so okay.
Definitely muffed up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, they fake so much stuff,
Yeah. It's definitely muffed up.
Yeah.
All right. So
I remember when we were looking at the old etchings of a book, and we saw the one in China that said that it was a fake mountain with stairs and waterfalls and stuff in it, So they've been doing it for a long time, but it's probably just an amusement park, It's just
probably. That's what I thought Egypt was for a while. I'm like, this is a fucking amusement park or some kind of
we've been living the same way since forever. There's no such thing as like caveman and stupid people. We all wanted the same thing, to be entertained, to have fun.
We all want the same thing, toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, wait. They wipe their asses with their sleeves and build cathedrals.
So we need entertainment here, so we go
toilet
to
paper, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Life before toilet paper, life after toilet paper.
Yeah.
No splinters, thank you. Hold the splinters. Okay.
That's very true.
Thank you, Mike Brady. All right, so yeah, let me see what I'm gonna get into here.
Yeah, it's fake like this. Did you ever see the hidden fake, the moon hidden footage?
Yeah.
The moon show hidden footage. Where is it? Where? Oh, this thing.
Oops. Damn it.
one small step for man, one giant leap.
Take two.
I guess you want to do it again.
I think
That's right. Chris,
yeah,
back up that ladder.
Those guys are all gonna die. They have no helmets on.
yeah, exactly. Get back to
That's a good one.
yeah.
What isn't fake? Please, somebody tell me what isn't fake. The clouds are fake. The weather's fake.
Yeah, you are real. I am real.
That's
That's
right.
about it.
Here, I got one more for you, Jen. Here.
All right, let me get this on here. Here we go.
These are stars that I filmed, whatever you want to call it. Videoed, I guess is the word you say. But I mean, I was holding it with my hand, so it was hard to keep it steady. This is one of my first things I ever shot. But you can see how they change color and they get shapes and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't have a tripod either, so I was working best I could.
Yeah, it's almost impossible even with a tripod. I tried many times to get a good picture of the stars, and I couldn't because it moves
That's
too.
good looking.
They're serious, and you can see that with your naked eye or with binoculars.
Yeah, I have really good binoculars. I look at it with.
Look at that.
And what's
That's Venus.
interesting too is if you have a good phone and you can or camera and you could video this, and you could screenshot different shots of it.
Yeah, because like
sometimes
see
you'll
these
see things
lines
within the orb.
Right, look at the lines that go through Venus too. And you
Steve and I were
had
doing
one,
that,
it
and
looked
we
like
saw
a face.
faces.
Yeah. Let's see. You and Steve had that. Some creepy faces on those.
Yeah.
So, sometimes the news is showing these things going, oh, and it's another orb. No, these aren't the orbs. These are the stars and planets and stuff that are up there that they tell us are balls of light that are gazillion miles, light years away, which is all made up numbers anyways. So, Mars is cool.
Exactly.
So,
the distances that we know, it's all bullshit again, because if you there's like videos you can go see that the P900 or 1000 how it can zoom like on land, like you can zoom from a place you don't even see like the building. You can zoom and you can read like what's on the building, and it's miles away. And you can do like the same thing on the moon. It's even you can see all the details on the moon, but the moon's supposed to be really far away, so that doesn't really add up,
Yeah, there's a naked eye. They call it a naked eye object, Tycho crater, which is I don't know, probably like 66 miles across. They like those numbers, and you can see with your naked eye. So you're telling me it's 239,000 miles away?
Yeah,
and I can see this thing. You couldn't see 6 miles with your naked eye. 60 miles even. You're gonna tell me I can see some because of atmosphere and all that bullshit. I can see 239 miles miles. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Where's your taser, Jen? It's irritating.
She dropped it.
Storm said it might be angels. Stars are
yeah, I mean there's some
the
type
orb.
of entity that are talked about in the Bible.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the watchers. And they're not supposed to move out of their places or whatever until an appointed time or something. I don't know if that's what we're seeing with these orbs, and they're putting the drones up to monitor them or something. Definitely not buying the whole suitcase thing. And
I don't know.
Crater is 53 miles across, and I can see it with my naked eye from Earth. Sure. Good story.
Yeah, last month, couple months ago, they had this story that there was like another moon passing in front of something, and they could see it, but that moon, it was like 36 miles wide. What? Really? And you could see it like way far. It's the story are just incredible. But they're passing as
Yeah, here.
real.
I'll show you, Jen. Look, clickety click. It's one of these. Where am I? Full screen. Clickety click here and here. There. You see that?
Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
What? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Tycho crater. And again, you can see that with your naked eye. It's 50 miles, 55, whatever miles across. Sure. Okay. And we're the crazy ones because we don't buy into that bullshit anymore. Give me a break. You see that with your naked eye. You can go outside and look at it now, probably, if your clouds or skies are cloud.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what this thing is, and the sun either. It's not an object because somebody talked about that experiment. I've watched like a couple minutes, and it was really interesting because what they saw cannot be explained on any model. So it doesn't matter because anywhere on Earth you are at, when the sun is over your head, it's midday. Anywhere, for anyone. Explain this, because it's a relation between your eyes and the light in the sky.
And we came out of that group, and they just made that model to sell their apps and their watches and all that other garbage. But it's all nonsense. They have all their meetings at Freemason halls and do all the hand signs and say that they're not part of it. They're there to trap us, because the one thing that they're afraid to talk about, God. They won't. They'll call it the creator, which is another name for an antichrist. But in any case, I digress. So yeah, that whole thing, I mean, they make this experiment just to get, they got a ton of money for, kudos to them. They're really good at grifting or whatever you want to call it, but you get a ton of money to go there and perform an experiment that proves that their thing is wrong. And it's like, what, the third time now? You had Bob buying a gyroscope proving the flat earth was wrong. And you had, Jaron going and doing a laser thing proving that the flat earth was wrong. And now you got the same numbnuts going out in Antarctica, allegedly. There's a lot of green screen questions going on. Regardless, what they do, prove that their model is wrong. I mean, it's like, if people can't see the control opposition at this point, I don't know what to say. Because if you wake up and realize we're not a flying ball, hurling through space, then they trap you there. Why do they trap you there? Because they don't want you to realize that you're in an enclosed system. God's right with you and right above you. And they wanted to make you think that there's other worlds out there, and they believe in space on some levels. It's a trap, as they say in Star Wars. It's a trap. And so God bless that we were able to get out of that and continue on, because there's only one truth. And it's showing itself, and it's getting brighter and brighter. So as we see these weirdness things going on and the negative stuff going on, just know that at the same time as the Antichrist spirit gets out there, so does the church, God's spirit, gets out there too. So we're some amazing times to be in. I'm happy to be with you both through it.
Yeah, it's exciting. Definitely.
Exactly. But we need to see that side to know the other one. So I think it's like black and white, and it need to be together, always.
Well, that pushed your numbers up to 47, Jen.
Nice.
People love controversy.
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay, so I was perusing some AI created images and stuff like that, and I came across this site called Utopia, and it's got this whole narrative where it's like based in the 20s and 30s, but it's all AI generated, this whole thing and everything. And I thought the images were really interesting, because we were talking about, AI created stuff and how much of the old pictures that we look at are real and may possibly be AI, because there's a lot of anomalies with the pictures that we see. Like, for instance, if you say you want the AI to produce a picture for you that is people on the beach in the 1800s, it's going to give you people fully dressed walking around on the beach in the 1800s. But if you say people on the beach in the 1800s with beach towels and bathing suits, then you'll get beach towels and bathing suits. But if you don't put that in your query, you'll just get people walking around, dressed to the nines on the beach looking odd. And so I was looking through some of these sites and some of the pictures that the AIs created and stuff, and what they're depicting here. Hold on, I just got off the site for some reason. I don't know why I did that. So these are obviously all AI generated. I just want you guys to just see how a really high quality AI, looks compared to, maybe some of the tools that other people have been using. The one that I was using wasn't this good, clearly. But it usually gives itself away. It's somewhere, if you know what to look for. But these look really good, a lot of them, and they could be confused for being real pictures from a certain era, being like this would be like the 20s and the 30s and 40s kind of ish thing. But they're all AI.
Yeah, the stuff that they're putting out there that, for us, whatever you want to call us, the lay people, layman's or whatever, the non-elites, like I'm watching videos. They took that one where Joe Biden is looking at Trump all like swoony. And one time they jumped out of their chairs and they wrestled each other to the ground. Another time they started dancing and kissing. I mean, they can make anything come to life and looks like it's real.
Yeah, depends on how much.
They're using stuff that's next level, not the stuff that they have given us,
No, what we can use for free or for $10 a month is nothing compared to what they can use, because there's some tiers I've seen. There's a pro AI program that costs $200 a month, and the guy showed what this thing can do. It's crazy. It can redo anything like a movie, and it's really hard to tell the difference with these eye-hand program that they use.
Right.
Yeah.
And also a lot of the things that we see about the old world, like San Francisco and stuff, like aerial views of San Francisco and everything, the anomalies with the pictures before the earthquake and the fire, pictures right after, and then the pictures that they give us for the rebuild of San Francisco are all in question, very anomalous. The way they build it back so quickly, I mean, it's just literally impossible to do that.
And the fact that we're getting all these photos that we never saw before all just popping up now to try to make their narrative work,
Yeah.
I like 16 Alpha says, hell, sometimes I don't even believe in the things I see off screen. And I feel you. There's stuff I've seen. I'm like, that can't be.
Yeah, their narratives are ridiculous. The pictures don't match the narratives. If you don't think about it, or you're into this type of research, you basically get roped into like, okay, well, these must be real. This is what they're showing. They're the historians and stuff, and we accept it as fact. But the more that I delve into this query stuff and the AI and how good it actually is, I'm starting to question a lot of stuff. Like when I was covering the 1893 World's Fair, and we were listening to Leighton Lantern, I think his name is, his stuff that I was showing on my channel. They were painting people into the pictures. Like, why would you have to paint people into the picture? That doesn't make any sense.
I can tell you why, but
why would they do that?
Because the way that they take the picture, because when you take the picture with these type of camera, you don't know what you get. Never know what you get until you develop the gel, because they use some kind of gel at that time. And when you go back and you print it, and if you left it too long in the solution, sometimes things fade off. And to make it look better, they use this technique with black ink, to just redo what faded out. But like you said, they could add anything afterwards. And I've showed on the show how they change things when they change the picture to a postcard. They add like banners and stuff and remove stuff. They do it, but usually start off, that's why how it started, just to repair stuff. But you can use it for nefarious reasons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, like the new phones now can do crazy things and make people disappear and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what you get on the phone. They let us use that technology. What
Yeah.
do they have?
Now it does it automatically, but before you had to do it like in a dark room. It's a lot of work, but it's doable. But that's how they did it. A lot of things. You can take a picture of something, take another picture, like blend it, cut the picture up, blend it together, take the picture of this picture now and developed it, and now you have a real picture of both picture put together. That's how they used to do this stuff.
And just to let you know, Daryl Davis strolled in thinking he could get in late and not be noticed.
Oh, Shepu, you're on the drops.
He's tardy.
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 He could
Tardy.
just show up.
I don't feel dirty.
This picture to me looks fake. It looks like a miniature.
Yeah, they did a lot of miniatures.
They sure did. And I want to show some of those. This supposedly is real, is what they're saying, but to me, it looks like a miniature.
Yeah, you remember I have an old drawing of San Francisco, and right there in the middle, there's a big hill with a park and stuff. And today, it's like right there. The hill is not even there in that park
Right.
today. But yeah, they could, but
Okay, so I have something about the miniatures here.
I see.
The San Francisco scale model finally home after 77 years of absence.
Yeah, that's a small scale. They do even like medium type scale, like maybe 6 foot, like a skyscraper, like a big set for movies. They can do
right,
it,
like Metropolis.
Yeah, exactly, like Metropolis. It was a really big set.
Yeah,
but it was all fake. Yep.
Would you be able to find that, Shepu? This one here is what I'm saying. Okay, so this is the miniature of San Francisco, guys. And that looks just like what I just showed you that I thought was a miniature. Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell if they film it properly.
Exactly.
Check their feet, Jen, as long as you're there.
Yeah, right? Look at that. Yeah. Oh, looks like we're all ladies. I think we're actually got some real ones here.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. I can't get past it anymore.
Good job, CFM. Look at the way they're all dressed.
Yeah, back then they all had like uniforms.
actually
The men
give
all
a
dressed the same. The women dressed the same. The men as women dressed the same. So
go to Walmart now and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
What is happening here? But yeah, there it is, guys. A whole miniature. San Francisco WPA wood model on display in Redwood Empire Building, Golden Gate International Expedition on Treasure Island, February 1939 Expo. Historians think it may be doctored.
that
what the photo or the?
That's what they say.
I just straight up tell you.
Oh, look, you can see the hill in that one.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can, Shepu.
But today the hill's not there. That hill.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Here's another shot of it. Look at this, guys.
Yeah, I have like the pictures of Metropolis after.
I mean, if I just showed you that and said, there was a hot air balloon up here, or some kind of new plane or something taking a picture of this, you believe it.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny how they do these models for expos every time.
Yeah.
And we know what they do. Yeah.
I think they were using this for something else. I think they were using they were
They
taking
were-
pictures of it, saying that they're real, just like this site right
Yeah,
here.
before they released it. Oh, look, we had made this for the expo. What?
Yeah.
You've been using it for years.
Exactly.
There's
Just
so
like-
much weirdness in those expos, and they build these monstrous buildings, allegedly, supposedly, and then tear them down because they're what, unsafe? I mean, some of these buildings are still around.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get to all that because there's a huge thing with this Ferris wheel and the axle. Back over here real quick. Finish looking at these miniatures here. This is supposed to be
Coit Tower, yeah.
scale model.
Yeah, but this one,
Yeah, I think that's the end of that site.
that's okay.
All right, so let me go over here. Let me see. What's this one here? What are they looking at over here? I don't even know.
So you wanted to see like a movie set from Metropolis?
Oh, yeah, definitely want to bring that up. Look at this, guys. This is supposed to be New York.
Yeah. But a model, yeah.
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 It's only a model. If you say Beetlejuice 3 times, does he show up?
Yeah,
It's the
they
same kind
don't
of
say.
stuff.
Yeah, maybe it's another name in New York.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Trump.
Hillary. And here we are.
Okay, so Shepu, I'm going to give you the screen share, and then we'll look at Metropolis,
Okay, yeah.
and then I'll get back into the axle and stuff.
Yeah. So look, this set, like these ones are just fake one, but you can see that they have like a painted picture in the background.
I see the Pentagon next to the robot. That's one's.
Oh yeah, the inverted one. Yeah, this movie.
Here.
See Metropolis, you really need to.
Yeah, this movie is full of
1920 something, 29, 27.
yeah.
The fact that we all know it, and then like no one's really. I mean, if you've even watched it, it doesn't make any sense. It's just they put it as propaganda, so we make sure we see all their stupid symbols.
Yeah, prop. Yeah, you can see that they constructed like these facades, but look, like really high
Seriously,
facades.
how many people have actually watched Citizen Kane all the way through? Anyways, just saying.
Yeah.
I have not watched that one.
Exactly. It's supposed to be the best movie I've ever made. Whatever.
So there's even more other movies that they created, like entire like streets and neighborhoods, all fake inside in a movie set. Yeah, like more intricate, even like real buildings that you can actually go inside. If you look at many stuff how they do movies and stuff, you'll see all of that.
They even had green screen technology in like Charlie Chaplin films and Buster Keaton. Like it looks like they're up on a thing about to fall, but it's not. It's just like they chroma key it in or whatever. They had it way back then.
Yeah, they just slant the camera sideways and they put like painting behind. That's what they did. Like yeah. It's they've been using this technique for a long time, and even like in old paintings, they just repaint stuff on the foreground to change many old paintings. It's fun to look at. They're really beautiful, but if they are original or not, I cannot say yes because they're just there.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. I don't know. What's up, Daryl? I was going to say something, but I totally lost it. You know what? We're at an hour here. I'm going to take a quick break real quick, and we'll come back and we're going to get into the axle and some of the construction photos that Shepu has for the 1904 exhibition for St. Louis.
Well, you have it. I might. Okay.
I don't have it up on my end. I have the articles for the axle, but that cluster of pictures, I definitely want to go through them. If you can bring them up.
Can I show you this real quick before you take off?
What's that?
Can I show you this really fast?
Oh yeah. No problem.
Can you see this?
Here we go. Hold on. There we go.
I don't know why this person's here, but that's how they do it in TikTok land. But this is see Charlie Chaplin, and he
Yeah.
almost falls over this this edge.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
right.
See, they've been
Nice.
faking stuff forever. You know, a lot of these Buster Keaton things too, where he's hanging off an edge of a clock and stuff. It's the same thing, same technology.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you, like a painting right in front and or in the background. It's crazy. I have like other like pictures of set like this, like more. They did this until like maybe in the 90s, because that's when they started using like computer generated stuff, but it wasn't that really good. So they used the real stuff. They had to make real sets, and the movies were really more believable at that time.
Well, Metropolis, the way they did their set, it just so happens that their buildings are all massive and interconnected. You know, that's really interesting. So they almost kind of like made it how I think the way it originally looked to some extent, in my opinion. You know? Anyway, that's my thoughts. All right, guys, we'll be back in a little bit. I got to take a quick break. Okay. And we're back. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. That's right. Jen is an emoji hacker. I got crazy emoji hacking skills. Who knew? I didn't. Yep. Welcome, Mark. Melanie, keeping everybody in check.
It's always her fault.
I know, right? Don't step on me. Welcome. All right, so we got 42 people here. Hope you guys enjoyed the melted emojis. That's just not even scratching the surface. I found so many more
Jeff
emojis.
wants to buy some of yours. Oh, sorry. I thought my mic was off.
What's that?
Nothing. Continue on. I stepped on you because my mic accidentally got put on. So I apologize.
It's all good. I do it to you all the time. All right. So I don't know where SHEPU went, but I'm going to get into a screen share and start looking at this axle because this thing really bugs me. All right. So we are over here on this. All right. You guys see this okay?
Yes.
All right. First, we'll park. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to start on this? All right, so we were covering the Ferris wheel from 1893, Chicago. First Ferris wheel ever, okay? It's the most elaborate, huge Ferris wheel you could build for your first Ferris wheel, okay? The first. With cars that held 60 people each, and it was the largest of its kind, obviously the first of its kind, and the axle that was used in it was the largest piece of metal to be forged at that point. So that's pretty crazy. And somehow they just don't even know what happened to this thing. So let me see here. Where was I? There was another spot I was trying to get to on this page. So on this one or this one over here? I think it's this one. Okay. Alrighty, so the Ferris wheel, which was 264 feet high, came to a most, I can't say this word, I was trying to say it earlier, ignominious end, which means, because I looked the word up, it means like a disastrous end or a not so good end. Let's just put it that way. When it succumbed to a wrecking dynamite charge on May 11th, 1906. So that's how it managed to look like this, is because they dynamited it, because that's all they could do. Now, if this is the first one ever built, and it's the largest, and it's the most amazing and all that, right? You use it for 2 fairs, and then you dynamite it to this right here.
Makes total sense.
Right, yeah. Okay, so it says the scrap handlers use torches to dismember and reduce all the component parts except the axle to small, manageable sizes. At the time of its manufacture by Bethlehem Steel Company, the axle, which was 45.5 feet in length and width in 89,320 pounds, was the largest single piece of forged steel ever made in America. Okay, so let that sink in. The axle It weighed a total of 70 tons, and it was the largest piece of steel ever made in America. Okay, so that in itself is monumental. You think you would want to like maybe save that thing or something, or put it on display. No, that didn't happen. It was so massive, with such a large thermal mass, that torches were useless in cutting it down in size. So they had to dynamite this thing, but they don't ever show them actually hauling this thing away anywhere. Okay, because this is really the only picture you get for the destruction of it. What happens next, no one knows. Now, how is that possible that no one knows what happened next? Typically, no one would care what happened to them. Pieces of scrap steel that have performed its function was condemned to the scrap heap. Nostalgia and a keen sense of history have taken root in St. Louis over the past several decades. At least as far as St. Louis 1904 World's Fair is concerned.
Yeah, they have so much material that they don't care about that piece of
Right.
crap.
The centennial of 1904 was celebrated in 2004. Historians and public formed the World's Fair Society of 1986. So there's a rumor of a letter circa 1950 from a descendant of an employee of the Chicago House Wrecking Company. No, this is a rumor, okay? From a descendant of an employee who was contracted to dismantle the 1904 World's Fair, that states that the axle was taken back to Chicago and put in the company's yard, and later in the 1910s cut up the axle for scrap. Okay, so that's what they're saying. It's a rumor. They're not sure. And then it says debunked. Cesium magnometer located the axle under Skinner Boulevard at Wyndham Boulevard and identified it in 2007. So they had to go looking for this thing, and they think they might have found it under this boulevard that was not there during the 1904 fair. It was part of the fairgrounds. Now there's a road there. Okay, so here is the image scenario in 1906, when a city official charged with cleaning up the area and returning the city's to business, orders his crew's boss, get rid of the hunk of metal. Hide, bury, or do whatever. Okay, now why would you want to hide it or bury it or whatever and act like it's just this useless chunk of metal? Yeah, it served its purpose, but this was the first piece of steel, the largest piece ever made. That's like history.
Yeah.
Why are they
blow
all
that thing up? Get rid of it.
Get rid of this thing and hide it or bury it? And he says,
someone in your chat, Jen, is from Japan. That's fantastic that we reach people all over the plane.
Is there somebody here from Japan?
Yeah.
Is that Candy?
No, it's Jiro.
Japan. And unfortunately, the only Japanese I know, it's embarrassing. It's domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Mata ohimate. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Himitsu oshiritai. That's all I know.
Okay, so what you get for a picture here is, this is supposed to be them bringing in the axle for the 1904 assembly for that fair. So it came from Chicago, 1893. It took them a year supposedly to dismantle, and then somehow they moved it all the way to St. Louis, which, I guess it really isn't that far, but it's kind of far for the time. And somehow managed to get it here on these crappy planks of wood here that look like they're popping up and stuff.
Talking about fake pictures, look at these ropes in the foreground. It's not even the same ropes.
Yeah, and that guy's not doing anything but taking a photo. He hasn't touched anything.
The rope's covered in some kind of sand or something. That's weird. Why would you have your tracks down on sandy stuff? There's sand or something covering this mechanism back here, like blocked over it and stuff. That doesn't look good. This is supposed to be the assembly of the Ferris wheel for the 1904. Size of the axle during the reassembly before the 1904 St. Louis Fair. I mean,
Yeah,
nothing
because
in
they
this
had
picture
to
makes sense.
assemble it somewhere before to test if it works. So this is the reassembly. It's crazy.
And they don't show it going up to where it's got to be in the center of the Ferris wheel itself. They show it on the ground and then they show it up there, but they don't show how they got this 70-ton axle up there
with a big horse and a rope.
Yeah, and one rope, like Daryl Davis says.
And then you got two guys here too, and I'm assuming the one in the three-piece suit is management, so he ain't
Where's
doing
the
a lot.
third? Didn't you always show me that there's at least? Didn't you always show me there's at least like 3 guys up to 5?
Yeah,
There's
usually
got to
like
be a
5
third guy
guys.
in here. It's like, where's Waldo? He's in here somewhere.
None of this makes sense in here. The sand, the planks, this crappy rail here, everything looks just muffed up. Stories abound about how it was melted down or taken away for scrap value. Others have said it was probably pulled by a team of mules.
Yay, they had to show up somewhere.
From the concrete. Ferris wheel base to a small nearby lake just west of Skinner. Let me see here. Then a little lake was filled. Okay, so it was backfilled. And then I guess they put a road over it or something.
Yeah, but they have more than one mule story. If you go back up, there's a second mule story, so they don't even know.
Yeah, the other story related that these mules might have dragged it to a dump site near Wildown Boulevard. I'm sorry, guys, my allergies. I feel like I'm going to sneeze any second. A short time after the destruction of the Ferris wheel, after 1904 Louisiana Purchase was over, Mr. John T. Jones of 703 Grand Boulevard, Iron Mountain, Michigan, built in 1890, date raised unknown. Personal friend of George Washington Gale Ferris Jr. was engaged in building a large greenhouse for his wife as an addition to their home. Purchased some debris from the Ferris wheel. Okay, that's just the debris, though. Clearly, nobody's talking about the axle there. It's just been wrecked from St. Louis Fair. I think having the original Ferris wheel, first one in the world, right here was. Let me see here. It's buy of a lifetime. I'll use it. For the
See, the next one down.
Okay, so here he's just saying what he's going to use for the greenhouse. Ferris wheel material was used to build trusses for the Dunn's Bridge in Jasper County, Indiana.
Where's that lady in the bicycle going, or whoever that is?
Oh, this person here is in a horse-drawn carriage, and he's just checking out the wreckage. Okay, that's all he's doing.
That's a woman or a man?
No, it looks like a guy and a woman, maybe. I don't know. She looks like she's in a dress, and there might be somebody next to her here. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
even the carriage looks weird.
She's stuck there because the horse won't.
Yeah, horse
cannot go anywhere.
What a silly picture.
I know, right? And here's the axle twined and intermingled and all this stuff here. Like,
yeah, the material is all twisted, and you cannot use axle.
Take me closer to the Ferris wheel construction. I have to see it up close. I mean, why? What are we doing?
Yeah, for me, this is a fake picture all day long. I'm just none of it makes sense.
Probably
and the
Mrs. Jones. That's Mrs. Jones.
Mrs.
She wants
Jones?
this piece and that piece and this piece for her.
That's me and Mrs. Jones.
Yeah.
So they're scrapping. Okay, so this is where they think they found it, right here in this location over here. It says proposed area to conduct magnetic whatever this word is, survey. And there was a whole video on this that I watched. I couldn't find the video, but it's probably a good thing because I probably got a strike for it or something. But this is basically going over the whole thing and what they did, the side scan stuff. But still, at the end of the day, they don't know if that's actually the axle or not, because it could be a pipe. they have to go dig it under the street and stuff, and they got to get permission for all that. I think it's really interesting that nobody wanted to save this Ferris wheel. I mean, the only thing we have is their narrative and the pictures to go by. And the pictures are sus, all of them. You know, I mean, was it real? Did it even happen? Was there really a Ferris wheel of that size? All this stuff. Wouldn't you want to keep it or keep a car or something from it? You know what I mean? Here's where they did the, they say the location of the axle is at Skinner Boulevard. And this is the width of it here, the length of it, excuse me, where they think it is. Again, they still think it could be a pipe, though. They're not sure. Several profiles were obtained along and across the presumed location of the axle. The profile and the model profile based upon a steel cylinder 45 feet long, and 3 feet in diameter are shown in the figure. South end of the axle is at a depth of between 7 and 10 feet beneath the pavement at the location indicated in the image shown. The north end of the axle is not as well defined and could be somewhat deeper, perhaps as a consequence of hauling in mid-stage the effects to bury the axle. Why wouldn't everybody know where this thing is? It's the largest piece of steel ever manufactured. That's historic. And they just don't, nobody knows where it is.
Make that make sense, Shepu.
Make it make sense, yeah. The axle in pink is 45 feet long. It moved underground from 1906 to 2007. How does that happen?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. The whole story is bizarre. We don't see any transport of the Ferris wheel during the time of it being deconstructed in 1893, loaded up on something. I'm assuming it's a train or something, but how they got it from the train over to the St. Louis Fair and back together again with this axle with their janky little railroad thing that they put up there. None of it makes sense. And there's not hardly any pictures. There's like 4 pictures. That's it. And none of them are, in my opinion, credible enough to be even near legit. Like this one here. When you look at 1893, they'll show you this picture as it being destroyed, but then they'll show it over here in 1904 as well. And the axle, you don't get to see the axle going up, pictures of it for 1893, but they show it here supposedly already arrived and ready to be put up there because they're putting it all together for 1904. It doesn't make sense.
Where are the mules?
Pretty bizarre. Okay, so here's a couple of other pictures from the same site, another page here. Okay, so here's them assembling it. Let me make this one big. Let's see what we can see here. How many guys we got? Let me zoom in. I can zoom in on this. I don't know if it's going to let me or not.
Well, we have a decent amount, but they're doing a staged photo, so that happens. How many are actually like in the work outfit?
I got to get my magnifier because I can't make it any bigger on mine. There's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe like 10 or 11, maybe 12. You know, they all have hats on, vests and all this stuff. I don't know. They don't look like, I mean, the whole site's a mess. Look at it.
Yeah, so they are supposed to have like 25, 30 cars like this. Where are they?
60 cars, 60.
60. So where are they? You know, they're piled, they just build it on site. You know, where are they, these 60 cars? That's supposed to be, they have to be around there somewhere.
They have to be brought in.
Never seen. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a carriage and a horse right here. Got a couple of guys here, one standing right here. The thing's already half assembled here. The axle's already in. But if you go back to this picture, or the one I showed earlier, it was on the ground. I think I have to come off these pictures to get back to where I was. Hold on. Let me go back a page here. I'll go back here. Nope. Sorry. Trying to figure out how to get back off this site. Oh boy, I'm stuck now.
Amateur hour.
Look, there it is with all the cars. Okay, so here, I'm gonna go back this one. You get this one, no cars, right? Here, it's got the cars on it. And I can't zoom in on this. And there's brick down on the road.
Yeah, all roads are made of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you can't show. Where's the in between pictures here between that and that?
We've lost that technology, and it's too expensive to build it back.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh my gosh. All right, so let me see here if I can get back to those pictures on the other site. I don't know if it'll do it for me or not. Probably not. There was another picture I'm trying to get to, and it's not going back for me. All right, there we go. Okay, this one here, this one I want to look at. So here they have the axle up in the air, supposedly. Zoom in.
Those guys are so on top of you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do they get this thing up here?
Yeah.
And they're just standing on it like
Just
that?
standing on it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You look
6,
real
7,
real
8, 9,
relaxed
10,
too.
11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe 15 guys. Maybe. These guys. How'd this axle get up here?
Mules, remember? It was the mules.
Yep. Pulleys and mules.
Oh boy. All right, so then we got, okay, so like I said, we go from this picture even on this site to this one here where the cars are already installed. Clearly the axle has to be there in there already.
Yeah, look at the size there, and you see the construction. The size not even match up with that size. Look
And
at
didn't
the
it
size.
say like how many people can fit in one of those
Oh
boxes?
yeah.
Yeah, it's 60 people to a car, and I think there was oh god, how many cars were there? There was a lot of cars. And they're house size cars. This is the size of a small house. I don't think I could fit 60 people in my house. I don't know. Oh, this site is crazy.
Let's throw a party. We'll try.
Yeah,
right?
sounds like it'll be a party at detention tonight, but whatever.
All right, so here's a little video. Let's check this out.
Detention seems lit tonight. What is this?
Wow, it's really slow.
It's really slow, yeah. Probably
I think they said it took like 20 minutes or something to go
20,
around
a
once.
little more than an hour to make it full.
Wow. Well, that's a commitment for the afternoon for sure.
Yeah, you gotta stop, let people off, let people in, just go again. It's
You never see like really long lines for this thing or anything. Or I mean, the very first Ferris wheel you're gonna build some giganto thing like this. You've never done it before. You don't know how safe it's gonna be. There's no inspectors, there's no standards for this. I mean, it's just weird. The whole thing's crazy. All right, so let me see here. Go back in a little bit more. You know, once it's assembled, you know, you don't really, they just kind of like, you know, glaze over the assembly of it. They don't show you how the transport happened, how it got there. And then, you know, it's just this. It's all done. This is a 70-ton axle. It's all the way up here. How did they get that up there? That's huge.
Yeah, and if you look at the debris pictures, you can see that all these straight things are all just steel wires.
That's right.
It's not even like bars or anything. It's just really bizarre.
Okay, we saw that one.
That dog.
The dog?
No, the lonely dog in the road. That's it.
Oh, up here? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Probably had it in. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
photoshopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. There's just so many anomalies with all this stuff. The only thing we really have is their narrative and their pictures. And their pictures are all sus. So I don't know what to think anymore about this stuff. See if there's anywhere. Okay, so that's it for that. And then I don't know if the site had any more on it here. Let me see here. How the Ferris wheel will be
road.
Okay, so they blew it up with dynamite. Here we go. Click for full size. Scrap handlers use torches to dismantle and reduce the components. Okay, I read that earlier. And then this is what happened. This is the only picture. It's not like you get 5 or 6 of these pictures from the whole area. This is all you get. Why? Is this even real? How many of you guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think this is a real picture, put a 2 in the chat if you think it could be AI at this point. Because I don't know what to think.
I don't know, but they blew up the houses that were around that thing, you know. Look at
Yeah, right. In order to bring that thing down.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. You think this would be historic? It would be immortalized or whatever. At least save the axle or something.
Yeah, then there's just so much and things that doesn't go right in those pictures, because you see that when it's fully built, there's houses all around it.
Yeah,
like normal houses, but if you see it right there and when they're building it, then there's nothing. It's like empty.
Oh, Groot just showed up.
Yeah, he did. You're wicked late. He says he's wicked late. Hold on.
Don't be shy for the party. I don't feel turd.
What's up, Kairos? Good show the other day on Chris's channel.
Oh yeah, I missed that show. I need to go. What channel? Which channel was?
Old World Exploration. Chris.
And Mark, I'm like you. I didn't know to put a 1 or a 2. Who knows anymore? Those pictures all seem sus. The stories definitely sus.
Yeah, the story's all muffed up. The pictures, during the day at the fair, you don't see any light bulbs. At night, everything's lit up. Where's the light bulbs? Who's putting this 70-ton axle up there? All this stuff. I mean, it's.
And who's changing out the bad light bulbs? There was never any that looked like they were out.
I know.
And where you stored all those light bulbs? Where are they?
You have to have a shit ton of spare light bulbs, and some light bulbs went out. This is the first time they're making them. The first everything. That just doesn't make sense. Shepu, do you have that little cluster of pictures of the construction of the 1904 that we were talking about?
Yeah. These light bulbs are a crazy story, because like a couple months before the opening, they had to redo like 100,000 light bulbs because they didn't have the patent for the previous ones. That's just crazy.
So who's blowing all this glass? And when you see the light bulbs, they're thick glass, obviously, and they look like they have a I don't know what do you call that? Like a raised texture to them or something. It's not just like a smooth bulb.
I don't know. I didn't see them. Well, I sent you the link. I have to go get it. Where is it?
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to play something real quick for everybody. We'll get that all set up on your end, and we're going to listen to this real quick. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Take your time, Chico. It's all good. Got this to play real quick. All right, here we go.
Oh.
Hold on, I got to put the volume up.
In the English
We're on Jen's channel.
Is the word fuck.
Can you hear this okay?
Yeah, it's really low.
It is a magical word.
Why is it so low?
Just by its sound, it can describe pain, pleasure, hate, and love.
That's very
In
true.
language, it falls into many grammatical categories. It can be used as a verb, both transitive. John fucked Mary, and intransitive, Mary was fucked by John.
The tension's
And as a noun, Mary is a fine fuck. It can be used as an adjective. Mary is fucking beautiful. As you can see, there are not many words with the versatility of fuck. Besides the sexual meaning, there are also the following uses. Ignorance. Fucked if I know. Trouble. I guess I'm fucked now. Fraud. I got fucked at the used car lot. Aggression. Fuck you. Displeasure. What the fuck is going on here? Difficulty. I can't understand this fucking job. Incompetence. He is a fuck off. Suspicion. What the fuck are you doing? Enjoyment. I had a fucking good time. Request. Get the fuck out of here. Hostility. I'm going to knock your fucking head off. Greeting. How the fuck are you? Apathy. Who gives a fuck? Innovation. Get a bigger fucking hammer. Surprise. Fuck. You scared the shit out of me. Anxiety. Today is really fucked. And it is very healthy too. If every morning you do it as a transcendental meditation, just when you get up, first thing, repeat the mantra, fuck you 5 times. It clears your throat too.
Oh, there you have it. Has many uses, grammatically speaking. And here is the link for you guys if you want it to that video. It's an oldie but a goodie. I've seen that one like, God, 2010 maybe, 11, something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. It's funny.
You guys still there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Do you have that drop?
I do have that drop. I do. Here it is.
Can you guys hear me?
What?
Can you guys hear me?
Say that again.
Can you guys hear me?
It's all Melanie's fault.
It is still funny, Ginny. Yeah, it's all Melanie's fault.
All right, Shepu, you ready?
Yeah.
I wish I had a drum roll.
There's one. You have one drum. Did I? Yeah, look.
Oh,
Nice.
baby.
You have it in the list. I put it for.
On your side, right?
No, it's right there at the bottom. Go. It's the last one.
What's feeding the ducks?
What?
It says feeding the ducks.
Oh.
Oh, it's just a song. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
It's like ambience.
There's some video of you feeding ducks. I don't know.
Okay, so this is what you wanted to see, Jam?
Yeah.
Okay, this
Okay,
is
so
a
this
post
is
from Wizard on Facebook. If he's post a lot of collection of pictures.
okay, so this is for the 1904 World's Fair construction photos.
All right.
All right.
It's got all the scaffolding, but it already looks like it's done.
It's done. Completely done.
And if they just finished it because the scaffolding's still there, where's all the extra brick and mortar and garbage and
They fucked up on this picture because
Yeah,
here look at this big shadow and the way it goes, and if you look at other stuff, the shadow doesn't even match. Like this one goes this way, this one goes this way, and this one has no shadow.
and there's no people.
There's
I don't see any people.
no people.
and there's absolutely like really no way of there's a railroad I can see there, but other than that, there's really no infrastructure to bring things in there. And
There's a fire
build that
hydrant right
thing.
there. Is that a fire
Yeah,
hydrant?
I think that's a
Yeah.
fire
Oh,
hydrant.
who put that in? That's got to have
Yeah.
water going to it. Means
They
there's
gotta
somebody
get
brought
that
pipes
first.
in.
Yeah, they just capped the old world plumbing.
And where's all the bathrooms for your toilet paper discussion?
Somebody already put all the windows in.
Yeah.
And that far right-hand side, and there the building looks like it's janky at the bottom of it. Like, why is that all open down there? Something ain't right.
Yeah, who builds a foundation? Well, on stilts in that corner, I guess.
I know, right? This
Yeah, it's a fake building, so it has to be fake in a way.
Make this make sense, Shepu. None of it makes sense.
Yeah, it's probably not even the real thing. This one, it's for like the world.
What is that?
Indonesia, maybe section.
We got two guys here. It looks like 3, maybe.
Yeah, but
I see. Yeah, there's at least 3. There's one on each end and one on
The other building that needs like 50,000 guys on it has nothing.
Yeah,
exactly. There's 4 guys.
Yeah.
One more, and they have a burger restaurant.
Right?
Yeah, because this one is more believable that we can actually do this, because they
I agree.
But the other one, yeah, like again,
Now, what this is supposed to be construction?
That's what they say. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Something ain't right here.
Yeah, exactly.
These people all need to be fired. The site is a mess. Everybody's on lunch. Nobody's working.
Yeah, look at the plasters already. It's not even new.
What are those things just hanging down on the column there? What is that? What are those?
Probably
things?
part of what?
Not the destroyed stuff. What's right there? What are those things?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably part of this
It looks like as far as the scaffolding,
thing,
it looks like? It looks like their scaffolding caved in and fell off.
Yeah, but look at the flimsy plank that you don't want to build a scaffolding with these kind of thickness. Looks really thin.
Yeah, or you can build buildings like this, but your scaffolding's all janky and mucked up.
Yeah.
This is not a new build, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No.
Look, you can see that the plaster here, it's all, but look at this corner. It's so weird.
And Mark Reeves had a good observation. If it's a construction site, where are all the empty Monster cans and Mountain Dew cans? I'm just silly. Yeah.
Where's the workers? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
There's never anybody
There's
around.
never anyone except like 5 people in the picture.
No, you do see somebody wandering around. He looks shell shocked.
Yeah. And all these workers walk to the job site and they don't even have nothing to eat. And,
Nothing to eat, nowhere to go to the bathroom, no toilet paper.
No.
Or one guy built everything here. And he's proud, so.
Look at him. He's proud too. He's like, that's right. It's all me.
But you see, look at these type of planks that you want, not that one.
I think this is an AI picture. That's what I think.
Yeah. What did it look like back then? And the AI made this. Could be.
Well, I don't know if.
See, these are more regular buildings where they have half windows and half doors.
But
that
you
go
see, look,
underground
the
for no
building's already there. They just painted it
Dig it out.
white.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Dig it out and paint it white. Call it a
And
day.
these windows are busted out.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's zoom in on the windows. Can you zoom in on that? Looks like they're
No, I
missing some-
cannot zoom more
Oh,
than
that's
this.
let me get my
Look at the
magnifier out.
monstrous construction building behind it too.
Yeah,
in
well,
the
what's
distance.
Yeah,
wrong with
look
the
at all
windows?
these. Yeah, they're already there.
They need a lot of mules for that building, I'll tell you.
So you got 3 guys up there painting it,
Yeah.
and some
Couple
muffed up
guys
windows
here.
here. Couple
You
of
got
guys
5
down
guys.
there. Look at their site, how muffed up it is. I mean, it's just what the freak is going on here?
Yeah.
And they never seem to have a problem building in inclement weather, like in the winter when it's like raining or snowing and all that. No, they just keep
No.
plugging along and get that building
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Like you said, Jen, look at the doors is below the ground level here. The windows, this
Yeah.
door, it's
See,
must
that's
have
what I
been
think
really-
these photos aren't AI, because it'd be like, well, that's stupid. I wouldn't put a window underground, but that's how it really is.
No, they're supposed to come from
Okay.
a
But the
museum.
thing is that when the fair starts, all these telephone poles or electric poles are gone.
Which one?
You know.
Oh
they
yeah,
brought
this.
these
Yeah.
poles in and set up all this stuff. I mean, to do what with what?
Yeah, that's a good question. So they have the electrical poles there apparently to energize the city, but then during the fair they're not there.
No,
Right.
exactly. Like here, like there's no. But look, there's this one. I don't
Look.
what the.
So what do we need them to begin with then, if we could always run it without them?
Okay, so this whole building's already built. They threw some scaffolding up there. There's a couple of guys. 1, 2, maybe I don't know, 2, and then 2 or 3 down the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everything looks just I don't even know.
Yeah, this thing's finished and there's no construction debris of any kind around it.
Yeah,
What
the
is
guy.
that? Is that a pole with lines on it?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
here.
it's
Yes.
like all bent over almost.
Yeah.
And there's a few boards and a few rocks and stuff and like a window pane, but nothing for what you would have built this thing with.
Yeah.
No, and they're supposed to have the first time that they light up stuff, and they already have electric poles, and
Yeah.
you know.
And you know what you never see is you never see anybody come in. No pictures of them putting the lights in. I mean, even
Yeah,
if you,
you
go back-
showed Jen how they put the the lights. They put candles with paper.
Oh God, you remember that video, Shepu? I gotta find that video again.
That's crazy.
That was on St. Paul's Cathedral, I think. they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
doing that.
You know,
Look at this thing. What is this?
that's supposed to be the frame of one of these buildings, I guess.
Where is everybody?
Lunch break.
What the fuck? Is that?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, look at that wheelbarrow is broken. It's not even in use. They're missing a wheel. It's missing the horse.
It's missing the
Why is
horse.
there shit just all strewn around over here? You know what I mean? It's like there's like it's just not organized or nothing. It's just very messy. Out of all their mess, they build these glorious buildings. This is probably
Yeah, and
it.
why would you need to build a wooden sidewalk like this? Because look, it's the same height as the ground. What's underneath must be the low. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. And also, why would they strew things across it? You can't even cross it anymore. What's the point?
Yeah,
I mean, they really made it so you can't cross around it if you're on a horse.
Yeah. No,
You never
you don't
see lumber or anything being brought in. Like if you do, you see like one picture. You know,
There's no rope. You cannot see one rope in this picture anywhere.
To get that much lumber, you're going to need a lumber mill nearby you, because the trees don't just come out in shapes of planks. They have to be made to that, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There
all
should be
the
guys
lumber,
crawling all over this thing.
all the steel, even, you know, it's even more.
Yeah, same with the
Okay, here we
steel.
got some
It has
guys
to be
here.
made somewhere.
All right, we got some guys pulling a line, like they're going to be hauling up this piece here. Okay. Uh-huh.
The last guy's just
That looks
pretending
safe.
he's not pulling. He's just looking around and hopefully they think he's working. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 guys pulling that up.
9, 10, 11.
And 2
Yeah, that's
steering.
all
And,
you need, you know? Really.
yeah. And you can build the Taj Mahal. Done.
No, no.
And it doesn't matter if it's snowing or blizzard or we'll work
What are you
through
going to
it.
eat for lunch? I don't know. Got any
Yeah.
toilet paper?
No sick days. We got to get this done in 20 years.
Yeah, you can
2
see these
years.
planks
Fuck
are not new. You can see
I don't
that
see
it's
anything like hammers or any tools.
yeah, no, no. They don't have any tools on their belts or none lying around. Don't know. They do not cut wood, you know. There's no saw, there's no
Yeah, right.
Yep. So here's one, but it's all muffed up with
Yeah,
worker
then there are
horse.
2 mules in this one.
So we can go. The Chinese pavilion
What is this?
already look old.
Yeah.
Look, even the new part doesn't even look new.
It doesn't. There's a guy up there.
Yeah.
At the top. There's a ladder. Janky ladder hanging on. And then the ground. The ground's always muffed up. It doesn't look like a new build. It looks just, I don't even know.
All right, so let's
Wow,
see this
yeah.
one of the big one.
Right.
So here's the brakes.
Okay, I see two, at least one guy up there. Freddy Krueger's up there working. Bunch of bricks.
Yeah, look at this.
Bunch of muffed up bricks.
Yeah, look at this muffed up pile of bricks.
Are you kidding me right now?
They taken out probably the bricks that were already there, put it somewhere, and
And
because
that molding up there where the flagpoles are, right under that, where's the molding, the railing and stuff, where the flag, that's muffed up right there.
yeah, right there. But you don't put all of these
Oh,
poles.
yeah, we're not done building it yet, but get those flagpoles.
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
you get
See
those
those
flag
right
poles
there.
right there, right away.
Where's the
You know?
flagpole guy? Get him over here.
Yeah.
Bring a plaque with you.
That's because I have like the article that they reused the brick.
These bricks don't look too good.
No, these
I
ones.
mean, especially even the other ones that are piled up, they don't really look that great. And why would you just? I mean, everything's just. Where is everybody? Somebody's getting fired. Too many breaks.
Here's already done. This one already constructed. Here's one. Oh,
we got
snow. Yep.
Snow.
There's some snow. There's barrels.
Oh, we got
More.
a guy on the roof. There's a guy working there. Man in black right there. And then those guys over there. And there's snow on the ground. Why don't they have coats on?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
But they say it's all plaster and wood, but why are they all brick walls there already?
Yeah, that's weird. And Shepu, the guy up top in the white overalls doesn't have a coat on, and neither does that other guy. It's snow on the ground. I mean, that means it's cold, right?
Yeah, it should.
You're just out working all day in this? No coat?
Yeah, look at this
Back
painter.
then, is that what it is?
Look at this one-arm painter there. No coat. Just
Right. Painter. Oh, man. And
Yeah,
that stuff up top there looks already damaged and discolored. The white at the very top.
Yeah, it looks like they taken stuff down, rather. then up.
Something ain't right.
Yep. I think we're gonna see a lot of weird stuff in these pictures. As you can see here, this one's already all done, all built. But what is this flimsy stuff? You know what's?
I don't know. It doesn't look good.
And this watchtower, I don't know. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you skipped one.
Wanted to zoom out. Yeah, again, another. So just a frame of something.
Fire
But
hydrant
like,
right here. There's a fire hydrant.
yeah, the same hydrant again, capping the plumbing. But like this guy is putting something. Where are his tools?
What is he doing?
No, I cannot zoom more. But he's got.
I don't know what he's doing.
I guess all of this is just hanging by them. The weight. There's no.
So wing and a
No
prayer.
nails or no. Definitely no screws. That's for sure.
We need some duct tape and some glue over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are all the tools? How they put
No,
this
Where are
back?
the tools? You don't get tools and you don't get toilet paper and no lunch breaks.
There's
No
no
sick days.
pot. There's no hammers. There's this pile of what? I don't know. Glue.
Huh. Okay.
Here's another
Oh,
one.
we're putting a roof on over here because you know you got to put your roof on first. I guess that's how it goes. But they're not really doing anything, are they? They're just sitting there.
Now again, and no tools. They just. I guess they just look at these ones. Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Just
What
put
are those
two.
doing there?
They are taking it down. Why they have just two here, one here?
And you only need, I guess, 3 guys to do a roof like this terracotta stuff that they got going on.
Yeah.
You got one guy at the bottom there just overseeing everything with his hand on the wall like he's doing something.
Oh yeah, he's holding up the tree.
Yeah, right.
What? It's not even. His feet are really far from the tree, but his hand is on the thing.
He's a very long arm. He has a
really
very
long arm.
reach.
Yeah, these pictures.
What's going on here?
Yeah, and where
They're
are
building
they?
on a slope. Look at this thing here. It's not level.
Yeah, look at
Why
that.
is it on a slope? Do you see
Yeah,
it not level on the ground?
Oh yeah.
What the hell's that? Because
Yeah. Weird pictures. Again, look at this muddy.
Why level the ground if you can just build it on a slope?
This, yeah.
what's that? Is that lava? What was that?
You can
Right
see
now,
here, Jen, that they're not building anything here. Look here. You know, these walls are half taken down. All of this.
It's a real shit show, I gotta say.
And see here.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be straight. You're not.
Exactly.
just
Why would
leave.
you? Oh, lunchtime. Gotta go.
Yeah. Anyway.
Crazy.
And then you get the finished product.
Right. What's that? A wire? What is that thing hanging down? Why are the windows all busted out? Look at the windows, SHEPU. The windows are muffed up.
Yeah, there's the sign says closed temporarily. What?
Oh, and look at those 2 little guys in the corner there. Look how tiny they are.
Not even supposed
see
to
the 2
be
guys?
open. Yeah.
Right there, yeah. Look how small they are. Do you see
Yeah.
these windows are muffed
Windows
up?
busted. Yeah. It's the building was already
Where's your
there.
lights at? Are those some lights up there on that upside down cross looking thing? What's that all about? I don't know what that is. There's no lights. I don't see any bulbs.
There's some kind of something here.
I don't know if those windows look muffed up. They shouldn't look like that if they're new.
No, exactly, Jen. Because look here, you can see like stuff still like scaffolding, but this this was already there.
And why is there just two little guys there doing what? What the hell are they doing? This is crazy.
Yeah, these wires are powering something. Like there's
There's a ladder back there.
there.
Did you see the ladder up there? Right
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
right
there it is.
To get to
The ladder showed up for work.
always.
Those
Oh
might be little bulbs right there, Shepu. I can't tell.
yeah, here I wish I could zoom in more, but I can't.
But I think they're with these cross-looking things or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're connected to this type of thing. Yeah.
1904, the extension cord wasn't even patented yet. It's 1906 for that.
Yeah. Janky.
Some more muffed up janky scaffolding that fell apart.
Yeah, look at this. Would you climb up this stuff to get to the top of your scaffolding?
Clearly their scaffolding sucks because it's collapsed. Hopefully nobody was on it when that happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the side. This is the normal size step ladder. What is this one? Look at the size of the
yeah, who's climbing
So
that
they're
thing?
master craftsmen when it comes to buildings, but scaffolding they suck.
They suck at scaffolding for sure. I mean, look at this mess.
No wonder it fell apart. Look at this.
They that wood there on the windows at the base of the windows looks
Oh
burnt.
yeah, here.
Burnt.
Yeah, really old, older than the.
It looks like there might have been a fire in here or something. I don't know. It's weird looking.
Yep. Yeah.
And they never show windows being put in. Who's bringing the glass in for all these windows? Where's the window installers?
Yeah, I think that's the building that we looked at earlier, but they finished the covering, fake covering.
Got the flagpoles up. Thank God for that.
And then you get this, at the end. They're still digging some stuff.
And there's the electric poles.
And you see these trees.
The same 5 guys are still working.
It's all they can afford. Yeah, okay.
And look, all these poles have some kind of wires that goes into, into the building.
What is that? Huh.
This one, plugged into something.
Interesting. It doesn't look like there's a top on this.
I don't know. There's a chair on top.
There's a chair up there. What the heck, bro? Are you serious? This is where break time is up here, and there ain't even anybody on break.
Who gets to sit there? That's pretty funny. There's a chair.
What the hell is that doing there? It looks like a lawn chair too, like somebody was laying out.
Yeah.
Fuck this fair. I'm laying out, getting a tan. This building looks weathered to me. I mean, look at the columns. The columns even looked wore out, kind of like on the left-hand side. Yeah, those ones. And then the other side of the picture is all warped or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the picture because look, it looks like it's stained or something. But yeah.
Weird.
Yep. Again, another one. I've buried. Why would you not just take all of this off too? But oh, look at this.
These trees look well established. I'm just saying, like you're doing.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Build all around these trees, like I don't know.
Yeah, and they looks like they just were there before. Did they plant new trees?
How you bringing in a whole tree? You need a bigger cart.
Yeah, same way you bring the giant.
They still have the electrical poles.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the train tracks are even under mud.
Yep. They're not using it. Well, at least here you can see like tracks from carts. There's some that you don't even see. Nothing. But again, the shading is really weird. This Mitras, I don't think there's They're there at the fair. I've never seen them before. These
Oh, I've never seen those before either. Isn't that
no.
Columbus?
Yeah, Mitras or
Yeah,
Columbus.
Mithras. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Mithras, the sun god.
yeah. I think they taken those down because I've never seen them.
Columbia, I meant to say, not Columbus.
Yeah, Columbia. And here's, I think that's the same one. Yeah, look, they're still there, but in the end, look at this shit.
So you still have to have somebody come in and do the roads here, get the tracks out, put the brick in for their pavement, whatever. I mean, there's the ladder. I don't see any bulbs anywhere. What's that say? Palace of
Liberal
Arts.
Yeah, because it's the same.
Right.
Near Palace of Liberal Arts, same white here, but that's another angle.
Look at the top, though. It's got stuff running down it. The very top. Look at that.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
Some weird stuff going on.
Exactly, Jen. They think if they did something, they just refacaded buildings that were there.
And
or they're not real pictures.
I don't even remember, but if you talked about like what was there allegedly before they put up these buildings for the
swamp.
A swamp that have railroad tracks going through it.
Yeah.
Because that's where you put railroad tracks, right? In the swamp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, back then they put railroad tracks everywhere, according to them. They just throw down tracks wherever they need them. Can't figure out muddy roads, but they know tracks.
Yeah, they built what was it? The Lincoln Memorial in the middle of a swamp.
Oh yeah. They're like, we're gonna build. No, we're not building there on ground. We're gonna build over here in the swamp.
There's perfectly good land over here. No, I want it in the swamp.
We're doing it in the swamp. We'll do it live.
Yeah,
we'll do it live.
With the picture you get, it's already built.
Yeah, again, the shadows don't match because here shadow is on this side and here is on this side. It's like
and we got two guys. As far as I can see,
yeah,
maybe
I don't
three.
see the other. Where are the other three guys?
Two guys. That's it. Where is everybody?
They're on that chair on the roof.
Oh, no, I don't.
They're betting for the chair.
Even this part, it looks like it was added. You know, it's not. Look.
I'd say the only thing that looks new, really, at the top part is that white stuff.
Here, yeah, this, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if they did, they had to change what signs that were there before because they didn't match the time frame, or
they had to stick something else in there.
Yeah, like they stick the plates, the plaques of everything. Yeah.
Oh, this is a little neater.
Yeah, this is more believable. But look, there's already like a stone casing stuff here.
Right. What one?
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one. Yeah.
And the ladder. Okay, we got a ladder, and there's no people. We got a nice, neat site, but no people. I don't see anybody.
Nope.
I don't know. Okay.
Another frame of something.
Hi.
Again, still winter time.
It's definitely snow.
And this is what is Chicago?
No, this is 1904 St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis. It's even worse.
Yeah.
I guess it's even colder in St. Louis.
Yeah. I wonder if that right there is where they did the sunken garden thing right there. It might be. Either that or they're going to put water there.
Oh, the water here?
They have a sunken garden, though, in the 1904 one. That looks like it could be where they're supposed to be putting it.
You should have like water running all around it. Yeah. Something. because here I
And
think
they already got this pole in here. Like that pole has to be there. Nothing else is done yet. Let's get the pole in. Bring
Yeah.
that one. We need that
Yeah.
right there.
And look, they cut off the tops just to make us believe that they're not finished, because if you look, I wish I could zoom more, but it's still too straight here and here. They Photoshop
Right.
these tops here.
So why would they have to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
And these windows, some of the windows on that one panel there doesn't look too good. Okay, there's one guy by a dumpster. I guess that's a dumpster. There's a guy on a horse. A couple of ladies over here. Look, ladies in dresses. What are they doing there? You see them, right?
Yeah, I see them.
Okay.
I'm looking at the
A couple of guys over here doing something
people.
with the wall.
Because you can see here, like this guy is really light up. You know, the sun light is coming this way, but this one is really dark, and these people are dark. You know, they should be lit up like this guy. You see?
Right.
But no, they are really, really dark.
And these trees here. I mean, these are big trees. This row of trees here, right in front of the building. Not those ones, but the ones off
these ones, yeah.
those ones here.
Yeah, I think it's the same one that I just showed earlier, that they had to either plant there or they were already there in the middle of a street that was already existing.
I mean, you got like a skeleton crew building this place. How long did it take to build?
Oh my God. Okay. This thing,
I think it was a year or something, because he tried to get it in 1903, the St. Louis Fair there.
Yeah, they had to repost to
1904. Submit his thing for 1904. So,
yeah.
I mean, it took a year to build this thing, and you're factoring in winter, bad weather, rain, whatever else came along.
Yeah, nothing stopped these guys.
No.
Don't make men like that anymore.
Well, I mean, you've all seen, like, in the East Coast when they get drenched in snow and it stays for like 2 months, but they still build these things.
Yeah, here everything stops when the ground is too hard to dig. There's no foundation that can be made. There's not much going on in winter.
Yeah, you can't even break ground. It's frozen solid.
No, you can't.
And these people are building underground, don't forget.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it's supposed to be the same time frame again. Now there's no snow. He's like just wearing like a tin shirt, dress shirt or something.
Got a little horses cart here.
Yeah.
What are the dates that they built these? I wonder what time of year it's supposed to be.
So it's supposed to be from 2 years that they say.
Okay, so we'd have from different seasons.
1902. Yeah, it's supposed to have like 2 winters, but you need to compare every picture.
I mean, you think if they had a lot of rain come through, all this would be all muddy and everything. It would have to dry out. You come in with your horses and stuff, because that's the only way you're getting stuff in here if you don't have rails.
Yep.
Oh, look at that up there, SHEPU. It's all janky. I don't even want to tell you where it's at. It's up top. That first. All right, go to the left, right along that rim. Right, keep going. Right there, right there. See it? It's all cracked and muffed up. I got my magnifier on it. Yeah, it's muffed up. It looks like it's got a crack or something in there, and it's like not right. What are these poles with all these wires? What is all that for? What are they using that for?
Yeah, these were. It looks like they were already there. These things.
Because it's fallen down almost.
Yeah, they're all janky, all crooked, and
like they got hit like with a freaking hurricane or something.
Yeah.
Leaning. all the
Hey, look,
same.
looks like there's a tagger back in those days. You see that? You wrote something like Ziggy 64-9. Do you see it on the corner?
Oh, and here, yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are those pipes? Whoa, hold on a second. They're pipes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I don't see the holes here, but the
Yeah, they're
corner here
pipes, all
looks
right.
like they
Jim's
were
always
pipes.
finding the random pipes that are laying everywhere.
What those in? Where'd
But
they
there's
go?
a hydrant. Look, there's a hydrant
Oh.
there. Another
Always
one,
gonna have that.
Okay.
but not
No
here.
toilet paper. Where are these guys going to the bathroom?
Anyway, oh,
They just
there's
sit on the
one.
hydrant, Jen. It cleans everything out.
Oh, there's a bunch of guys sitting down over there. Look at them on the steps.
What?
Zoom back in. Right.
Oh,
here.
right here, yeah.
Yeah, there and
No, there.
A whole cluster of them.
Oh,
Sitting
looks like
around doing nothing.
Yeah.
Somebody's standing over there way by the end. Yeah.
Yeah, over there. Yeah, I see them. Look at how small they are. This is shit.
Yeah, look at this door.
Why are we building it so big? It's in the plans. Just go with it.
Did anybody invent toilet paper yet?
Oh, look at this. And then you have these type of houses that we built today, and look, already connected with the.
What does it say on the sign there? Can you read it? I always like to read old things.
Oh, it's front rank.
Front rank.
Yeah.
It's probably the company that built it or something.
What?
Okay. So what are these
Oh, bank.
wires
It
doing?
might say bank.
Oh, could be.
No, it's an R.
Could be a bank.
Oh, that could be a B.
I mean,
That's
it
an
looks
R.
like an R. I'm just
All
saying
right.
it's not connected at the bottom. It's snow on the roof. There's no windows in this thing, right? But there's
Yeah,
window
yeah.
frames. Okay. I mean, is there windows? It doesn't look like there's windows. It's just window
It's
frames.
hard to say, but that front one looks like it looks Windows to me.
And what are these wires for?
The alarm system to the bank.
This building doesn't look even like from this time frame. It's these shingles, did they already existed? Looks like modern shingles. It's really weird.
I don't know. All I know is there's nobody working on this sucker.
But you can see here it's stamped, copyrighted exposition, international Louisiana purchase. Oh, is that the same one finished? Yeah. Oh, look. Yeah. And now it's emergency hospital. Well,
Oh
look.
God, do they have toilet paper?
Okay, it's a toilet paper obsession. It's just asking people at Costco.
Hey, that's the first thing that should have been invented, in my opinion. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years have gone by.
Hey, I told you, if you listen to my
Different.
channel, Plant Mullen, that's they used to use that.
They were using shards of pottery, shells, and
Well, that's stupid.
corn
Yeah,
on the
that's-
top.
Mullen,
I know.
it's a plant. It has a natural diaper rash kind of immunity kind of thing to it. It's made for that. Check it out. It's near your
Going to the fair,
it's near
kids.
you,
Bring your shells
Mullen.
with you.
Broken pots. Give me a break.
Look at this
For
stuff.
business,
It's so
it's
funny
about
because
April.
it's false cafe will open April 1st. Come on.
About April 1st. They're not sure.
Is that a joke? Because look, it's not even a real. What?
What is that?
It's like fake
Is that paper?
fronts. It's not.
What is it?
It's not even real
Why
bricks.
does it look like that?
Maybe
It's
they
like,
just covered it to make it look like they were building it.
yeah,
and they
yeah.
the
It's
paper
like
down. It's already done.
or something.
They just covered it with construction paper.
Yeah. It's
They
like-
borrowed it from NASA.
Yeah, right.
It's
Oh,
nothing
right.
going
Look,
to
Jen,
space.
what's in the behind?
The
Oh, there's
axle.
that
It's
giant,
right there.
that giant metal
Who
wheel.
got that up
we-
there? How did that thing get up there?
Maybe
Look at
this
that.
guy.
What's he doing there?
Oh, that guy hauled it up there. Was
Yeah,
that
that's the guy
He's
that.
hanging on for dear life. This guy. He actually looks like he's just chilling. Like, whatever.
It's either Jason Bourne or Tom Foos in Michigan.
Yeah.
One of those guys.
I wonder how many people died putting this thing together.
Oh, look, there's 2 cars there.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 carts. I see them.
But anyway, this shed looks better.
Hey,
That's
there's
where all
two
the tools
people way
are.
in the front of the ground picking up something. Trash.
Yeah, the
Old
other guy's
Red
there
Bull
too. He's
can.
got a shovel, and he's got the square shovel, not the pointy one. So
They're the ones that picked up the Red Bull cans for those that were asking.
those ones with the flat tops there are for shoveling shit, horse shit.
All right.
Just saying, that's what it is.
I'm not doubting you. And they use it to plant the trees that grew up so fast.
We'd have to have a pointy shovel. Called a spade or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
a spade shovel.
I learned so much in these shows. It's
I
wonderful.
know, right?
Yeah, because digging a hole with the square shovel is kind of.
Well, look at this, SHEPU. We got a friggin' thing coming through the roof of this thing here. Look at that.
Look at this
Oh
shit.
God. Uh-huh. Okay.
All these buildings
Okay,
look
look
like
at the roof below it though. It has all weathering look to it. Like
Yeah, all of
yeah.
this. Yeah,
all the
all
roofs
that
look like something's been taken off rather than
Yep.
building it up.
yeah, exactly. That's more.
a lack of people again around that twisted pile of junk over there. I guess that's supposed to be
I
like
see one
plaster and
person
stuff.
Yes.
standing like Samson between the pillars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
look-
one guy there.
Look at this thing here.
One guy there.
This
What
thing
is
that probably go on top of one of these buildings. Look at this.
It's all muffed up.
It's all muffed up, Jen. Yeah.
It says 3904.
Well, that's on the picture, not.
That's
Okay.
that tagger. He's back.
But that's the date. So 9904. So
Yeah.
couldn't be. Because it opened in 04 and this thing's not even done.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's
Double
something
sixes. Yeah.
Pretty
something
messy
wrong
looking.
with this date.
The steps back there in the background, SHEPU, look muffed up.
Oh yeah, I saw these steps. Yeah,
So are we saying this is AI maybe or CGI, or are we saying this is real?
but look at this.
Real as it's supposed to be.
It's
God, it's getting
backwards
so
narrative.
ridiculous now. You won't be able to tell.
The just the building doesn't even look real because this thing here it's not supposed to be rounded this way. It should be slanted more round.
Here's the thing that could make it for me look at it as AI. Look at that where you're just pointing, that railing that's in the middle of the dark. They always had everything perfectly lined up, and those things don't match. They don't meet. No, the one going across
Oh yeah, this
right. See, they
Yeah.
don't meet.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the pillars on that left side, that second one there with the tree looks like it's tilted a little. Not that with the other side, the other left. Over. that one.
yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
it's not straight. You know, you never really did that. They always had it perfect. That's
Yeah.
why people were like, how do they do it?
Yeah.
So maybe this one is a sus photo, image, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
They
What do you
could
both think? What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. I go with you because it looks really not straight. This is
They
probably
never made these mistakes in the real buildings.
no. Probably
And
had it.
there's- The lack of workers is troubling.
And I agree with availability, but I don't know what it means. This image is esque. What does that mean for us layman people? Write that in English.
No, because it just the lack of workers and the date that they put, it's not
Yeah.
right.
It's
Because it's-
incorrect date. That's a
And
good
that thing
call.
that it's written on, that cauldron right there, whatever that thing is muffed up and old looking.
Oh yeah. It's all
like
worn
Dracula's
already.
casket or something.
But you know what they could make a story then again. Oh yeah, they took it from a building in Rome and they bring it here to put it on.
Whatever.
You know what they always do this type of stories.
Oh, AI-esque. Okay.
Oh, you know what they say about the Viking boat that they brought over for their display? That
What?
they built it in friggin' wherever the Vikings are from and sailed it over here.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Sailed that shit over here.
Yeah.
Look at this building.
There
This
you
is
go, Jen.
old.
Look at this.
Yeah, what are those things right there? Those white things.
It's already all this railing is it's
Dude, that's muffed up.
that's
Big
muffed up.
time.
Exactly.
But what are the things that got laying against it?
This
What is
That
that?
looks like some kind of plaster mold.
these
stuff.
are they're fake molded that they gonna replace something.
And this
you
shit
know?
is not new.
Yeah. So like you said, they took out whatever the markings that we would have like known they were liars, and then built and sticking their own
Yeah,
stupid
because
little
look how old
statues
it
of
looks. Yeah.
all their lower G gods.
Probably
and call it a
these
day.
faces have been changed.
Sure.
This plate, you see this plate has nothing on it. Probably now
Yeah,
says
it doesn't.
machinery all or something like this.
There's one guy up there on the roof. Two guys
yeah.
maybe.
Oh.
One there
Oh,
pulling
I think
something.
at
That's
least
the first
he's
time I've
trapped.
seen any of the people in high-rise areas with a rope of some kind.
Yeah, that's what he's got a rope at least.
Right? Like the 5 guys on that giant wheel in the sky keeps on turning. They're just standing there.
Yeah. No, look
this
at this.
building is-
This thing is old. It's not.
Yeah, this
it's
thing's
not new.
muffed up.
Yeah. It's got age to it. They haven't whitewashed it yet.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
they had to whitewash it, because you were like, wait a minute, this thing looks like it's been through some wars and fires and
Yeah,
stuff.
man, look at the front of it.
Yeah.
The base of the columns there in the front.
Yeah, they invented whitewash for this. And why would you invent whitewash when you got new buildings? Exactly. CFM, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, look at this. It's already there. And then you said, I think that's the construction of it, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I hope they.
Oh,
That's
God, where is everybody?
that's not a date. What?
I just don't see anybody.
There's so much scaffolding, you can't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, because the frame and the scaffold is like mixed. Oh, look, there's a train yard station, but they're still building the top of this thing that's supposed to, what?
But then the tracks go into mud. We saw that earlier. So what good is this thing?
And these don't look like they're. No, look, I think these are for to put the materials that they take down and they just throw it in these bins, because look, this one looks like it's almost full of maybe old bricks. Yeah.
That guy looks like he might have a hammer in his hand.
Yeah, one hammer.
Yeah, I think it's the first one I've seen so far.
Not to go all like.
But because he's not building anything, he's taking it off.
Yeah, he's got it facing the other way. You see it?
Yeah.
Like as if he's pulling the nails up.
Yeah, exactly, Jen.
And who's putting in these friggin' poles with all these wires?
It's already there. Like the old world pictures, you see all these tops have these poles to gather the energy.
These windows are muffed up.
Yeah, this thing
This
was.
thing was here for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how you build something new.
Yeah.
The F, bro.
Yeah.
Where is everybody? One guy there.
There's definitely, if they all had windows, some are broken. You can see they're broken.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, they just
They
slammed
lied
it
so
in there and
bad.
it broke. We'll fix it later.
Yeah.
Find that damn hammer and get your ass over here. Bring some toilet paper with you.
There's only one hammer and it's 6 blocks down.
They gotta share.
These things were huge, right? Didn't it
Yeah,
go on blocks or miles or
What
whatever?
is that big thing sticking out of that one tower?
How
This,
big was this?
this thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a platform or some
looks
sort.
like
But
something. Don't
what
even know.
strikes me is that I think that this pole is added to make believe that they had some kind of electricity, because the coloring first doesn't match up, and you can see some kind of discoloration all around it. It's probably pasted in, and
I'm still trying to figure out what that thing is sticking
you
out
see
of that tower.
this wire doesn't go to anything really.
Yeah.
So
All right. I'm
these
so
wires are
confused
just
right now.
yeah, these wires are make believe. They didn't have.
But what's sticking out of that tower, SHEPU? Why is that there? It looks like something embedded itself there. Like
Yeah, Jen. Probably
that's-
they are
it's still made
re-
from the
tower.
World Trade Center.
they are refurbishing it.
Yeah, they're
They made them a
Okay, so you're saying
platform.
to build a platform around it of some sort?
Probably.
Just
Probably. Or it was already there and it's a platform to land with air and airship. I don't know.
I think
There
they
you
should
go.
line up so I can fire their asses. 'Cause this place is muffed up. It's doesn't make any sense.
No, this building was already there. They didn't build this one, and even
This.
this.
Oh my
it's-
god. What?
Yeah, these okay. Why
Why
are
am I
they
down
always
there?
like in
They always have to
position
stand
that
at the
you
very
would
top.
never be on?
Yeah, they definitely had ocean, no
Those are the
ocean
guys
back
that put the
then.
flagpoles in.
Is there somebody laying down on the other roof up there? Yeah. What is
I
that
don't know if
dark
he's
area up
laying
there?
down enough. There's what,
Nice.
2 guys here?
Yeah.
See that long window with a ridiculously shaped doorway over there? Above that, what's the black thing on the
I
roof?
can't tell if that's a guy or not. It might be a guy.
Yeah.
I
Could
can
be.
zoom in, but
3
What's he
guys.
doing? Sleeping? I mean, what the heck? He's
know.
flat on
yeah.
the-
Probably sad that there's no toilet paper.
Yeah, and they're screaming, "Why do we have to make these doors so freaking big?" This is ridiculous.
Up the ladder we go.
All right.
Oh,
Could have been
no
done with this
we.
building 6
Yeah.
weeks ago. If we
There's
haven't
not
built
enough
these
of us here
doors.
to be a we.
No.
Yeah,
And
he's
you can
talking to
see-
himself. There's only one guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And like it showed like there's no top on any of these buildings, but you can see in this one they forgot to like remove them. You see they're already there.
Yeah.
These
Wow.
tops there. Like there's more than one. There's tops everywhere.
All right, but go back one picture, please. I'm sorry. I just want to go back to that crazy scaffolding. This whole building's already here.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why this? Just how long does it take to just put the scaffolding up?
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's the
they're
only
just-
thing they had to do. The rest of it was already there, so they just built this. That's why the scaffolding always looks like crap.
Yeah, like my friend works in building like dams in the north part of Canada, and he said that just to dig in the mountain side, it took 2 years just to make the straight, so they before they could start even building anything, and then just to build the rigging, just to start building, it took like almost a year just to build
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And yeah, like of course there's nobody around really.
Yeah.
I got somewhat of a muddy road here. I don't know.
Yeah, a few people.
Yeah, it's all mud. No.
But no construction materials, very little for that size of.
Oh yeah, look, Jen, that's the water part.
Oh right. How'd they get all the water in here?
But well, we
Question.
saw that they had hydrants already. Yeah.
They just
You're asking
released
too
the
many
hydrant.
questions, lady. They're
Release
coming to
the
get you.
Kraken.
We have one that can see. She's asking too many questions.
Yeah.
What is that? An ox over there? There's an ox over there.
Where?
It looks like an
there.
ox.
What is it? A horse? I can't tell. It looks like an ox. to me.
Yeah, it looks like
It is
an
a horse.
a
Maybe,
fake
I
But
don't know.
if it is an ox, look how tiny it looks compared to the massive size of the building.
A little ladder. There's no people.
So no people and one animal that we're not sure what it is. Could be a horse or an ox.
So it's written varied industries, but I don't think that's what is when it opens, because I've never seen varied industries. But
So
you can see that this part probably had been added. Look at the
look,
woods.
it's wood. Yeah.
But Jen, it cannot be, because this wood, it's gonna be covered with plaster
in
of
water.
Paris in water. That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make any
Water.
sense.
And if it's the
Yeah.
plaster stuff going over it all the way down there, is it? I guess it's
No.
waterproof. It doesn't dissolve in the water.
No, because it's no, cannot be. Yeah. Plaster of Paris, if you soak it in water, it's gonna become soft again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, look at these fake wires.
There's still no people. I think they put in more people, for Christ's sake. Their narrative sucks. I would have done a way better job.
What is this one? This castle?
It's just temporary, SHEPU. We're gonna tear it all down. 6 months. Look, fucking roof's falling apart. The windows
Yeah.
are busted out. Looks muffed up.
It's just an eyesore at this point. Tear it
Yeah,
down.
let's get rid of it.
Yeah,
Bury it with that
exactly.
asphalt.
Is that an airship?
I thought so too.
Oh
I don't know
no,
what
it's
it is.
a black spot on
Smudge
the
on the
picture.
thing.
Like,
Oh.
you see.
Can you call them
Nobody
black
working on
spots?
this sucker. Oh, it's already built.
Yeah,
Oh, there's some pipes. There you go, Jen. Somebody's laying
Wow.
pipe.
yeah. There's a
Or Melanie.
pipes here, but look at these tracks. There's no train that's coming on. Look, it's all.
He just comes out and dumps the pipes right there and walks
Yeah.
away.
I don't know, but if you roll the train, it's gonna sink.
It ain't happening. That train's
Look at
not
this.
getting
Yeah,
through there.
this is train tracks. Are you kidding me? These don't even look like train tracks. They look like some little trolley stuff or something, like a maybe like a mining thing.
Jen, do you know what it looks like to me? It looks like they dug up this thing because look at
Yeah.
around the ground is higher than the train track. You know.
And that wood, which is crappy and looks like it's rotted out,
Yeah.
must have been under or around the tracks or something. Because down there, they're still under it a little.
Yep. Yep.
Oh boy,
Yeah, they dug this train track.
I'm fucked up now.
Yep. Again, they're just, and then you got this stuff.
No,
No, there's no. Is that snow now?
I think
Yeah.
that's snow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
snow.
think there's snow.
And a bunch of horses. These people with the horses built all this, guys.
And aren't they going to be running water through there soon?
Yep.
Where the horses are?
Yep. All this filled with water all around.
Oh my gosh.
There's all the horses that built everything. My goodness. They're all right there.
They're right there.
They're all right there. Yeah. Oh, they straightened up the posts. Look, now they're
Good
straight
man.
up.
Yeah, they
It's
straightened
the
them up.
same post, but now they're straight.
Wasn't that
Oh
nice
no, they
of
got a
them?
wire to it, pulling it back. Look.
Oh, this. Oh, yeah, Jen.
Yeah, because
Look
there's
at that
some good
happening.
architecture.
And these people over here don't look like they're working. They look like they're just spectating, walking through. Like, what is all this crap?
But
We're
anyway,
supposed to believe the
Don't even have
same
anything on them. Like they're not pulling anything.
the same people that built these massive structures use like a tension wire to straighten a telephone pole and call it a day. I mean, what the heck?
yeah, I don't
Hey,
know
that's
why
genius
because
for their time.
All
when
right,
it's
looks good to
finished,
me. Let's move on.
yeah, when it's finished, these posts are not there anymore.
Yeah, they're not there. They take them out. I don't even know what they're using them for.
No, I don't know. Why do they need
How far
it?
back it goes. These giant
Yeah,
buildings.
look at all that back there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
But you see, like these tops are not there anymore. The tops that I
flagpoles
just
are
showed you, there's no tops.
Now they change their minds. Get those mules back here. We want to take
are
those
those
top
water
back.
towers? What are those balls?
I don't know, Jen.
Those are some big balls up there. How'd those get up there? knows?
I'm trying to think if there's a building with these two big balls on.
It's the sewer balls.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god.
But again, you got these flagpoles with these wires connected. You see, they are harnesters of energy with these balls on top, just like on ships. And
Guys, you give me the giggles with the whole ball talk.
oh yeah,
Those
that's,
things.
we
Got
like
these
to
black
say
balls
these
over here,
balls.
these huge balls back here.
Uh-huh. You must know NASA. They're friends with NASA. They love their balls.
I get it.
Okay. Where is everybody? Look at all this scaffolding. It's
Attention
just
from
like
me.
mind-boggling. Their site is all muffed up. Look at these pipes on the ground. What is going on?
Yep.
What?
You never really see any construction like garbage except just random
Pipes are all
pipes
dirty
everywhere.
and stuff.
There's pipes all over the place.
Jeez,
No
look at the
wood,
base
there's
of
no
this
nails,
thing. Look at the
there's
very
nothing.
base of it, Shepu, right here in front.
Yeah,
Look at
that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, how far down does this actually go?
Yeah, exactly. They just built it. Why did they cover it with dirt? Right.
That one pipe at the very bottom right here where my ticker things. Yeah, right there. Look at that one. That was all dirty and muffed up and just like.
Yeah, it looks like it's been there for way longer than
Yeah.
some of those other ones.
Yeah, it looks like they took it out.
I don't see. I see some people back here, maybe.
There's three people, two
Three people
persons there.
here.
Our picture would be fake, and those could be bullet casings up front. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Why doesn't
Artillery
work down with
cases.
open
Yeah.
And you don't
How
see.
crazy you want to get? You
Oh,
want to
there's
get
somebody up on the roof right there. Yeah.
Probably
he
putting
doing?
up the light bulbs, Jen.
Yeah, he's putting the lights up. Oh, look at that one thing isn't finished right there, SHEPU. Yeah, not that. Go to the right. That one. Yeah, the one next to it, right there.
What-
It's not finished right there. Look,
What's that? Yeah.
the
Oh,
base
what
of
the
it's not
heck? Can you
finished.
zoom in better?
Why would that
the-
be like that?
You
God,
can't
the
make it. You
magnifier.
can't get
I'm all over this
Yeah,
shit.
looking at these just bring more
as
questions.
far as
I'm
you
making a
can
list.
do it.
I'm firing some people.
Uh,
That was bizarre up there.
so that's
Oh, I think looks like I see some muffed up windows back there. It could be the trees, though. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
Still, that's a lot of glass. Who's bringing that glass in? Where are all the people who are installing windows?
Who are these people?
Where are these people?
yeah, all this all glassed up, but these one that they just built for the people, there's nothing there. No glass pane.
And go back to that. If you look at the thing in the back, it just makes sense there would be something in the center, and it's like it's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's not
Just
right with that.
the one on either side looks finished. Then there'd be a even grander something in the middle, and it's not there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably whiteout skies. This one,
You got a tardy for Mr. Beast fan that finally woke up from
What
his long-winded
is
nap.
Oh
this?
my God. Welcome, Mr. Beast fan.
His long
Look
winter
at this
nap.
mess. Is this the Ferris wheel? What is this? It's the Ferris wheel, I bet. That's metal right there. That's
That is no,
is that wood?
hard to
hard to
looks like
say.
it's wood with rivets, not
I don't
rivets.
know if that's a Ferris
Why
wheel.
is everything a
steel.
mess?
Yeah, because
Look
they
at the
just
what the
taken it down, Jan. It's not. These are not new.
It's an eyesore. Who wants to look at a Ferris wheel? Ugh.
Coal company. Look at this mess. I don't know what this is.
construction, not deconstruction.
Oh, and then you got this.
Oh my god!
Oh, they cut.
Into the side of the hill.
Oh, you know what it takes to get these tree stumps out of here? They don't got a stump grinder.
No,
Look
No,
at
they
one little
just gotta
cart
pull
here,
them with
no
horses.
people, and all this stuff cut.
Yeah, so they clear all this and put all those nice roads and stuff in and put in water.
Yeah, do you believe that they bring everything with this flimsy stuff?
Oh dear
Yeah,
Lord!
it looks like it-
Looks added. It doesn't even look like it's there.
Oh my gosh,
You know?
that's ridiculous. I don't care how big your horse is. That ain't doing anything.
Look at this wheel. It's already crooked. It's
God.
yeah, they have to have a wheel repair guy on site. You know what?
oh,
There
that's
isn't even anybody
Is there-
here.
Does this hill actually, like, say, because of our perspective, it's in front of it, or does it
Yeah.
actually go slope up into the building like that?
well, it's probably in front of it, but they will have to remove it because there's no ale on that site.
Yeah. So why
When you
do it
look at it.
before you build the building? You
I-
just do that.
exactly.
Well, I mean, they built buildings without roads and stuff. You
Yeah.
know? They do everything backwards.
They were real men back then.
Put the roof on first, and then the rest of the building.
Do you want to grate this out? No, fuck it, put it in the building, and then we'll worry about it later.
Oh,
Again, another section of supposed to be
I
all
guess that's
water.
the waterway thing, where the water's
Yeah.
going out.
Waterway here. Again, what are these?
Oh, I see some muffed up windows back there.
Just chilling.
Oh, I'm missing windows.
Everybody's sitting down. And
Yeah, because nobody's working. These people in suits are not building this stuff. This guy's got suits on.
Look again, cut wrongly. This part's not supposed to be there. There's nothing.
Something else was there.
There's
Yeah.
a little ladder there.
And this one, they put an eagle, what? Or another chair. The guy, oh, it's the guy with the chair.
Oh, it's the same dude. Little folding chair.
Yeah. And look, we saw earlier that these trees had no leaves at all.
Yeah.
And now some of, anyway, why would they?
These pictures
Where
hurt my
where
head.
is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
For a while.
I was thinking that too.
Okay, we saw that one. Yep, we
Where
saw
is
that one.
that? I know. Yeah, I know. I'm going back. I was searching for.
For the one with the stick trees, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that one had them.
Yeah, these ones are probably the
That's
trees
right.
that were cut down.
Yeah.
And like Jen said, you're trying to get rid of a stump. I have some. I still can't get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they had no
exactly.
problem with no guys. They got rid of these stumps.
Maybe the mules eat stumps. I don't know.
Oh,
That
that's
could be.
That's pretty muffed up looking. There's still no people building this stuff, though. I mean, this one guy
Yeah.
here is in a race to find the bathroom on his horse, it looks like, because it's all
Maybe
blurry.
it's like the stories of elves. Everyone goes to sleep at night, and then they all come out and build it, and then they wake up
Well,
and it's over.
It has to be. What else could it be? There's nobody here.
Because they definitely don't. I mean, like
It's the
vampires, they
machine
don't come out
elves.
during the daytime. There's no one out.
Yeah.
And the ones that are here aren't doing much. There's two people sitting over there taking a break.
Yeah, and all these casts. Look at all this detail had to be brought in
Yeah.
and put and
Definitely got to tear that down. It's eyesore.
exactly.
Who'd want to look at that?
Yeah.
Look at how crappy their lettering is. Couldn't do something a little bit more fancy. All this other fancy stuff.
Yeah, this one look 1803 and 1903. There's both dates.
Yeah,
on
I
one
saw that
building.
on the interior of this building. Exactly, this building. On
Depends
the
on what
interior
door you walk in,
walls,
I
they
guess.
have those 2 dates.
Yeah. Because they're saying that they are open it 100 years after but they didn't. That's the thing. It was open in 1904, but they still say it's still 100 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, he was trying to get it for the 1903, but he was denied. That's why he had to go for 1904 because he wanted to do some anniversary thing, I guess, of whatever, the Louisiana Purchase thing or whatever.
Who's this Wolf guy? Wolf. Anyway, these look weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, this picture. Oh, look at
I
this.
feel like I'm in Bizarro world here.
What is this?
What is this? Homeless encampment? What's going
Yeah,
on?
this is probably one of these newer buildings.
Look at the trash on the ground over here. What is that? What's going on?
Yeah,
Oh, they got some wires here.
Lamp
Guy in a
post.
suit,
That's not new.
No.
and that's it. Where is everybody?
Yeah, this guy is just running around. What's going on
He's
here?
walking around going, "Where's everyone?"
Yeah, I'm paying you guys to work. Where are you?
So it's all French. I don't know why it's written in French. Palais de costume and Café Palais de
French
costume.
Palace of Croissants.
What?
What?
Croissants.
Palace of
Croissants. Wait, I thought the guy was translating. Go ahead there,
I know
sir.
he said it was in French.
Yeah, costume. It's like costume.
See, it says croissant right there. Cafe. It says cafe. And
Yeah,
croissant.
cafe. And
Maybe they have
cigars.
toilet paper in there. I don't know. They have napkins. I'll take a napkin at this point.
Again, why would you put these
Why
ads?
were napkins invented?
Again, why would you put these ads already in when nothing's
Yeah.
open? There's nothing. You know, there's
Well, they got their flags up and they got the ads. That really look at the flags up here flapping around.
yeah, already flags already there.
That pole looks.
But
much better.
why are these flags flying in the wind?
Oh, it's a little tethered on that one too.
Look at these one. These one
Yeah.
are not affected.
Now this picture is looking really sus. You got 4 flags
Yeah.
that have a lot of breeze,
Yeah,
and the other ones are just dead.
they're dead. So there's only wind here.
I guess
Oh,
not enough to
okay.
blow that guy's hat off. The only guy on the street.
Yeah.
It's just really
Man.
weird.
Yeah.
Like they're not even moving; they're just straight down. Tornado.
Yeah, that's the pictures are just crazy.
What's going on here? Some windows are muffed up. I don't know. Maybe it's seeing through to the other side.
Yeah, they're mixing, but this
Yeah.
I believe,
Yeah,
yes,
that one looks like it's
possible
finished.
possible to build
Wait, wait, wait,
anytime.
moving too quick,
Yeah.
SHEPU.
just a square.
That looks like the stuff they
Oh, we
still
got
build.
one guy here.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
I guess he's on his own today.
But again, why would you
There's some pretty big trees.
leave that tree there? Look, it looks like
It's
really
right
close.
on it, Shepu, right?
Yeah, I know.
If they swing the hammer, how'd they get that?
I know. It's crazy.
And then, wait, they put a window there. You see it?
Yeah.
There's a freaking tree in front of the window. Come on, people. That's a window, right?
Yeah.
It's a window
They wouldn't
every
have-
day of the week.
Don't you think they'd say, "What's the point?" Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Nice
Yeah,
roof
it's-
they got on there.
These pictures get ridiculous.
Literally, look at
Oh
them,
my
they put the
god.
bark of the
Wow.
tree. Rough.
What are
Okay,
they dredging? What's going on here?
let's see what's going on here. They got
They
a
got all the
mule,
wheels.
a horse,
Donkeys?
a
And
horse,
horses?
They got a
horse.
wonky cart that's about falling over.
Oh yeah. What's
The little
that?
pulley thing here with something. What are they doing? Are they trying to
It's a
dredge something down
cluster
here?
of horses. Look, there's another guy here. There's one here. That's what. They're all
That
in
looks like
different-
oh god, what the hell's it called? Yeah, that thing.
that thing. It looks like a sling for look, dirt. Is They're
Yeah.
putting. Why would you need that short?
Oh.
Short what is it called, like a mat, like rolling mat that
Right.
drop stuff in that small what's going on here?
When you look around the picture, there's like randomly one guy and he's like kneeling or sitting down. You know, like there. There's one guy just walking off in the distance at the very
look at
Where's
this.
he getting all the wood for all this scaffolding?
Look at all of this. It's all
There's
scaffolding.
piles of
now.
wood here. Who brought all that in?
Is that the name of the construction site? Cat Crash? Cabosh? What is it?
Wabash.
that
Wabash.
Wabash?
Yeah.
Wabash. Yeah, look, they're just hanging out, sitting down.
Yeah, like this one. Look at this guy. He looks
Yeah.
too big for. Look,
He just
If it-
decides to have lunch up there, you know.
yeah, but if he stands up, it's like he's like tall like this. It's no. Again, just
There you go, Jen. See those three guys in the front there? They're digging a ditch for the guys that fall and die.
Yep.
They put them in that big
Yeah,
pit.
apparently. Something, I don't know.
There you go.
A little janky.
No
pit.
hammers, but they have shovels.
And they don't even have the good shovels. They have the
They
shit
put in a
shovels.
bench. Look at that. There's a nice little bench to sit. Isn't that
You
it?
gotta sit down when you ain't doing shit.
yeah. Look at these white poles there. These
Yo, what
poles are
is
headed.
that?
Look. There's not impossible to be that white. Look, all of these are like really standing out.
Yeah, that's weird.
They're like painted. What?
Well, that was important. They had to get that done.
Again, fake.
They got literally a skeleton crew here. Like,
Yeah, probably drawn clouds. They're really. Anyway,
1, 2,
what's
3.
going on?
Wow.
Yeah, look at this guy's face. Probably AI.
What does that thing say? Siam?
Siam. Yeah.
What's the other word?
Yeah, it looks like it's written in Hindu because, yeah, put in
Okay,
not
it's
Hindu,
more
but
in the
like
Hindu section. We've got the elephants here.
Indonesian. Yeah.
All right. And what happened to the windows over there on that other side? Why is those windows all
Look at
muffed
this
up?
building all
What's
muffed up already.
Yeah. Is it somebody left the shades up there and there's no window in there? And
Well, what's the factory? Is that where they're getting all the
yeah,
metal
what's
from?
that?
I don't know, but these are big chimneys.
Yeah, they're huge.
And these guys ain't building nothing. 1, 2,
Oh.
3, 4.
Look at this.
Maybe 5.
There's an arch below here.
Yeah, it's all muffed up looking.
What is it, guy?
Is that a guy there? What is that?
Yeah, I thought it was like tied, but no, it's
I
just
thought so too.
just
There's some
I don't know
people in the
what's going
back
on there.
just milling around.
There's some people back there. Oh, the ladder's on the ground.
Almost
Yeah,
looks
right
like an old graveyard, doesn't it? Back
I'm so
there
confused.
in the back.
I have to take
Oh,
some aspirin after all this.
Eh,
Head's pounding.
look at this weird pole, Jen. Why would you need these type of tops that we see on temples and electric poles?
Maybe they're stacking some plasma energy.
Yeah, Jen, exactly.
Oh, we have an answer too. H cat. He. I'm not sure. Something says that's the lunch cart. Now that makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the lunch cart. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they got some teriyaki on there. This shit's nuts.
And then they gave us
Oh,
this
that dome
finished-
doesn't look good.
this finished product, but look at the dome. What?
Yeah,
Before
What
they
happened
took
there?
it down. Yeah.
you took the gold down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, this varied industry.
Industries.
Yeah. Because look at this white here. They recovered the entire, but this is not the same color as the bottom. It's like grayer, like darker. than
Okay, so
all of
these
this.
little knobs that are sticking out are not bulbs. They're just little tiny knobby things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go around the top too.
But somehow
The
they light
bulbs
up
are a lot thicker
magically.
and bigger.
Oh
These-
yeah.
Is that like
that dome's
Vandalay
puffed up.
Industries? Varied is just like made
Yeah,
up.
varied. Yeah, varied.
Vandalay. Donation's been made to the Human Fund for you.
Yeah.
Curtis says it's a taco truck.
Right. Exactly.
There's a barn.
They have the best food at those taco trucks, I'm telling you. At least in LA, California. Out here, not so much.
Temple Inn.
Huh.
They smeared something all over the windows.
Yeah, because
Open up.
up there the plaster, I guess.
Uh,
But there's somebody don't know how to clean windows.
You're supposed to plaster the building, not the windows. Jackwagon.
And we got like initials like on the window.
MM, is that what it says? Melanie, is that you?
Oh, it's Melanie. Melanie, you left your mark.
We didn't talk crap about her. She's not here. I don't think so.
Oh, is it? No, it's not. Cannot be.
And yes, girl, that's the name of the character. It looks like these photos are amazing. SHEPU always brings some just incredible photos.
That's right.
Yeah,
He's-
it was
He's
shared.
lost more photos than you've ever seen, probably. That
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, you see other pictures that you see the entire site was full of these structures, but now you only see one. But
It's back to farmland
Yeah.
or swampland.
oh shit! Look at this fake papier-mâché.
Oh my God. Balloon.
Well,
They totally took that technology from NASA.
what the heck is that?
This, I believe, we built.
What?
What's that?
I've never seen this in any. I've looked through stuff on all these.
Yeah, dude, I've never seen
This is
weird shit
weird.
like this.
Yeah.
Moorish
Balloons?
Yeah,
Okay.
Moorish. Yeah.
There's one guy there and some ladies back here. What are these ladies doing here?
Yeah, look at this
Oh,
build there.
That guy looks
The
like a
money guys
mobster.
and their
That guy in
wives.
all white.
He's not
Look at
working.
that brick road's all muffed up.
Oh yeah. Look
Look
at
at
this.
this.
You can see it's all bricks.
Ugh. Oh, come on.
Yeah, look at all this. The city was already here.
This is some bullshit.
They just refurbished parts that they could. It's-
I want to know where these ladies are going to the bathroom at, because somebody's gonna have to go. What happens there? Road trip.
No,
We're
there's
on a
one
mission
again.
to find seashells.
What's the date on this one? It had a date.
6/23/02.
Oh, two.
Oh, two. Okay. I don't
Yeah.
know. This whole thing is just not adding up.
No, we saw the same thing later, I think, and it was all muffed up here. This ladder was half janky and
Yeah, Kairos. Did you see that brick road? It was all muffed up.
yep,
Not new.
not new.
Don't show anybody putting in brick roads.
Oh, here's like the new replace stuff. But look at this thing here. It's already a brick structure there.
It sure is. And it's muffed up.
Yep.
Not new. Somebody's lying here.
Yeah, look. Now look at this pole now. You know.
Yeah. There's a bunch of wire on the ground. Is that safe? There's no standards for their construction, yet they
No.
bust out a whole friggin'
Yeah, now it's
The wires
04.
just lay on the ground.
It's 04. Still building stuff, but it's gonna open in three
Why
to
would you
4
have
months.
this molding sitting there like that?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, you would have it organized or not just thrown on top of each other like that.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
this was already there, Jen.
Yeah.
They just took down this thing. That
Oh, and there's a sus pigeon on the roof.
I thought it was because that
Is
would
that
be
what
like
that is?
the first bird I would
It
see. but
is.
It's a
I'm
turtle pigeon.
I'm not sure, but
He's keeping an eye
I'm
on
go-
stuff, CFM.
I'm going with it's a pigeon. Just say.
It's a pigeon and it's keeping an eye on everything, making sure everybody's working.
because I don't see any birds on these pictures.
No,
That's
it's
that's
just
probably
the
why they're
only
fake.
one.
The AI didn't get that in the query.
Yeah.
No,
These
They
guys
forgot
are standing on
to-
these steps that are propped up.
Yeah, what's up with that? How did they get on the steps? Look how high up they are before
but-
you get to a
okay,
step.
compare this building with the other one. This is shit. This is the thing that we could
Yeah.
probably make anytime anyway. Just put a straight covering on something, a facade, Hollywood set. But
Like a
if you
fake
compare to
Alamo.
the other ones, it's nothing like them. You know, it's this is just. That's why I was saying that they probably mix when they did this site, mixed the old world that was there with new stuff, just to say that we did all this, but yeah, I believe that you did this because this is all shit. I wouldn't see like the old world build this stuff, you know. It's an easy build for anyone. This thing. But you get to this, that's just what's going on. And here you see there's one top, but you see on the other one, there's no top on them when everything is built. But this one is already, the frame is. So what's going on again? Am I alone here?
No, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm just
Oh, look, there's a load of wood.
came off the trains.
But how come? Look, this is outside in the sun. Supposed to be, but this is inside the train, but it's wider than this. You know.
Well, where's the train tracks? My question.
Yeah, exactly.
How they get that? That's
I
the end
don't
of the
know.
picture, huh? We can't see.
I don't know. But that's how you build buildings. You don't, but you put the statues there first, really, on top.
Well, yeah, you definitely want to start there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So probably they taken down this old stuff and replace or all of it. It's just crazy going to this building. I think it's
The whole
probably.
picture could be fake.
Oh yeah. But the entire, I don't know.
I mean, is it normal to start with the roof first and
That
build
we were
down?
saying that.
No. It's you don't really. You don't like
Start
Jen.
with the statues and work your way down.
Because the statues are already there, so on top there's nothing else.
Get that statue up there right now.
Yeah, and look, the railing on top there, but there's nothing else. Why?
They're working their way down, Shepu. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
We'll start with the roof and work our way
Like
back.
that crazy wood up there on that dome. I'd like to see that happening.
Yeah, that's. I don't know who built this. It's nobody that's on this picture.
Like the world's biggest ball of yarn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other ones are made out of helium balloons, so who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at this.
A little muddy over there.
Oh, look at the advertising. Right in the right position, already advertising the picture.
Perfect.
The Brake Construction
Look at
Company.
the wheels on that thing.
Yeah, look at these.
Looks like they got some kind of
steel
tread on
wheels.
them.
Yeah, it
Those
looks
are
like
cool.
it's a tractor. You know these old tractors for the fields.
What's that thing there? Is that like a dam with a little crack going down?
Well, this probably is gonna be where the water is.
No, the one with the lattice looking work right there. Yeah, that crack leads up to that thing right there. That's all. Keep going.
I don't know. This one is like
That's for the water, yeah.
stuff, but
and the other thing there, I don't know what is that.
on this side, it looks like this one is half buried already there.
Yeah, but in the ground there, it looks like there's like a little.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, that thing, and
Yeah.
then what leads from it there, whatever that is. Yeah, that.
You
What's
see
that?
the painted seal on the left side of the picture?
Jen, probably this is where the pipe was that they took out.
There you go. That makes sense.
Because
I mean, does it make sense to? I mean, I don't know. It's like
None of this makes
no,
sense.
none of this makes sense. Jen.
I
I
can't even
don't know.
make my questions make sense at this point. I don't even have to ask.
Again, these always guys posing nowhere. Like, look, why?
What's he doing? It's two of them, I think. We gotta make sure that flagpole's secure. Oh, there's some balls on those towers.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but not as big.
No,
No,
I haven't seen anything that
we've seen
goes
bigger
with those
balls than that tonight.
balls we saw.
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah. We.
At least there was two of them.
Usually a set.
So there's some wood here, but
And some
not
wood
enough.
for balls.
Slim pickings.
But you see that we've seen more materials here and then the building's finished.
Right.
Then, you know,
Those were just put there for the photo op.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Or the whole photo is fake.
There's always
So
that.
again, look at these trees are even bigger than the now.
That's what I'm saying.
that
It
they
doesn't
were-
make sense. Don't you like come in and do that the landscape and stuff and everything?
Yes, usually.
Barely got a road in here. You're gonna put trees
you
in.
do not come and plant the
and,
trees
and
first.
look at the size of the trees compared to the carts. How are they getting these trees in?
Yeah, I know.
Just
I wish I could tell you, but there's no answer to any of your questions.
There really isn't. Except for it's all fake.
Yep. So look at this.
Out in the sky.
Why is this not the same color? And
That's patchwork.
yeah,
Oh, I'm calling bullshit on all this.
so this is okay. This is the same. Look, all right. This is the same spot,
Okay.
same corner, the front here.
Oh, they don't have the
Top,
balls
top.
on there yet. And that patch isn't there.
The tops are not even the same. Look,
No, they're
Look.
not.
They're not. They're not even the same.
They scrapped them and went with something else.
So this is the old tops that were already there. Looks like castles. And now, what is it? Are they the same? No.
Oh, they look different a little.
I don't know. They
Maybe
look
maybe
very
they're
similar to
painted
me.
now. They painted over them.
When you zoomed in on them, they look very similar to me.
Yeah.
They look very similar, but they
Yeah.
look like they didn't paint the top yet.
Yeah, they repainted.
And that spot, that white spot, is not there. That patchwork.
Oh yeah. No. This. Yep. No. There's none of
Those are
it.
just balloons, anyways, right?
A whole gaggle of people here now, and these aren't workers.
No.
These are not
they're just
workers. These are
checking it
None
out.
of them
people,
are
pedestrians.
workers.
What are
Yeah.
they doing there? You don't bring in just regular. I mean, like
There's a
people.
whole bunch
in
down the
suits
side
and-
of the building there too.
Yep.
Why are
Look at
these
this.
people here? Are they coming in like trying to get work? You're late.
Mm.
It's already built. I mean, these people got suits on. There's a couple of ladies there, and I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't have them around the job site, right? That could be like hazardous.
No, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh wait, what's going on here? Wow. Look at
None
all
of
these
them.
people. Look at all these people.
Yeah.
They're not
No.
working.
None of them here. No, none of them here. They're not afraid of anything falling on them. So.
Why would they even let these people in here? They just wandered in, I guess, looking for toilet paper.
But
Bathroom, something. I mean,
looks like they're.
got to be bathroom somewhere.
I wish I could zoom in more, but looks like there's something raised here, and they're down there.
Yeah.
There's a hole.
Yep. I see it.
And look at all this mud again. You know, probably buried everything. They're just trying to dig out some stuff. Yeah, these horses and cars, they're just to pull
And
the
this is
dirt.
all done with shovels. There's no backhoes or nothing.
No.
And
No,
their shovels aren't even pointy. They
no
got shit
steam shovels anywhere. You don't
got
see
shit
any
shovels.
steam on any of these pictures, because they should have, because they had it. But none.
No
none.
backhoes,
One
no
guy's
front
using his
rows,
hands to pick up stuff.
Yeah.
no top, no bottom.
And then you got this the entire side. What?
And then didn't they have that whatever that statue was? They had like a gigantic statue as you come into.
No, that's not. I don't think it's this one.
That's
Excuse
the
me, I
other
don't
one.
think it's this one. I think that's the 1893 one.
Oh,
Yeah, the Chicago with the big
yeah.
golden statue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never showed the installation of that. What's this?
So that's the site, supposedly. But what's
But
this?
what's this stuff on the ground here that looks like
This is all-
I don't know. I
planks
don't
of
know.
wood or something?
This is all swampland. How the heck do you get out there with all your materials?
Yeah.
That's where the train, I guess, came in somehow.
All right, what's that thing over there that's tilted on its side? What's that doing?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, Jen.
What's up on that hill there?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, that hill. That.
That's where the axle is.
But
Oh, yeah, the axle.
Buried.
What are these tire marks or what?
I don't know
Looks
what
like
they are.
someone
They're
turned it
weird.
around, doesn't it?
That's what
What?
I thought it was wood at first, like planks of wood, but it looks like something was tore up out of the ground, maybe.
Yeah, but
I don't know what
they
it is.
turned around, whatever their cart or whatever
Yeah,
was.
it's
I
much
think
too
it was-
large to be.
Yeah, they're too big to be car wheels.
Yeah.
Is that a brick? Who
Here
graded
again.
this stuff
Look,
out?
what's going on here? You see,
There's one horse and a cart.
everything's
and a guy with
been
a top
built, but
hat.
they're on the building already built.
What?
see?
What?
What is this building that they're on? You know, they're supposed to be. Anyway, look at this shit. What are these giant.
They look like chess
towers.
pieces.
Yeah.
It's the pawns in the game.
What?
Oh, come on. They have a sign, keep up the grass.
Keep up the grass. What
grass?
grass?
What grass?
Oh my God. Come on.
hell?
That's so ridiculously fake. Come on.
Keep off the grass. My ass.
What?
Now you're going to find one of
Thank
those.
God
fake
they have the light
Silhouette
in.
ones here. What?
What would we do without that light right there?
Yeah.
Building
Next one, big
skyscrapers over
Kilroy
here.
was here on the next line. Keep off the
There's a
grass.
top hat. I bet there's toilet paper under that top hat. Okay.
And yeah, that horse is not positioned right for this cart anyway.
And no, girl, most of these places they destroyed after the fair was over because they were just disgusting, I guess, at that point. I mean, it didn't make any sense.
No, but there's still buildings. Oh, look, there's one with all the new
There's those weird ball things at the top with the
plaster stuff.
How did they get that woodwork design lines there?
I don't
And
know.
you know, the 1893 one, they say there was 40,000 workers. You never see any of these 40,000 workers, but they say at any given time there was 40,000 workers putting that shit together.
They also say they were very good at hiding in camouflage. Did you know that?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to make the wood like turn around and mold like this, you need mold for the wood, and you need to soak it and eat the wood like with steam, so it takes the shape of this. You cannot like just screw it. There's no screws. First of all, you cannot just nail it like this. You need to mold the wood like they do on guitars and stuff like this. You put the wood into a mold and you eat it with steam. So anyway, it's so weird.
Wiley says maybe they shit in the top hats.
That
They're
could
hiding
be-
something under
that'd
those
be really
hats.
gross.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like an abandoned building here.
Virginia building, Monticello, home of Jefferson.
Wonderful. You got toilet paper?
Jefferson what? No, Jen, there's no.
The wood looks burnt.
Okay, look,
I don't
painters.
know what's going on.
Wait, they need.
Yeah, I
painters.
Is he working here? I don't see anybody.
I have to dip out. I apologize. Is
Yeah,
that
it's
okay?
getting kind of late, but that
Yeah.
looks really runny.
No
at the
worries. I
bottom.
don't know. Yeah, it's really late. I didn't even see the time, but oh, look at the
God.
what? Really?
Oh, it's a restaurant.
Open for business. Come on.
Wonderful.
Really?
One guy's
God, they got
there.
that sign up there. We need
One guy
that.
tied his horse there. He's eating.
Oh, there's one guy working. So he came at work with a
Yeah, he got to work with his horse, and
Of course.
yeah. Again, why would you put this there?
it doesn't even make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
How is
And
it
why is there
open for
molding
business?
up top on
Yeah.
the wood like that?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. The finish is not even there. You don't put this molding
oh,
when
this
the
has to be a
finish is.
fake picture. I don't know. What's with these flags? Why are they half there and half invisible?
Yeah, exactly.
Look
But
at that one right there.
could be because they're moving.
Evaporating into nothingness.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it should be at least a ghost of it. But it's fading off.
All right.
These photos are starting to get my head
Yeah.
hurting.
Another
It's
flag
been
right
taken
there?
up. Yeah,
Another
and this
flag.
one also. It's
Really weird looking.
it's
That's
really
not right.
fake.
Hey, what is that? Is
What is
that
it
red
fake?
under the blue? Is it red under the blue?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
It does
Look
look
at
like
that.
it's red under the blue.
But
Steve.
look-
Looks like red under the blue to me.
You
But
got it.
it looks like there's like 100 stars on this one. I don't know.
That could just be the blue. Is that what you're saying? So it's white under
It's
the
been
blue.
air dyed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Here it's good.
No, I don't know. It sure looks like red.
It looks like it's red under the blue.
Red under the blue. All right.
I'm going with
I'm
that.
going with that. Final answer.
My final answer.
What happened to that show? Geez, that thing burned out fast.
All right, so let's.
But speaking of burning out, I've got to probably check out. Is that all right? You guys keep going.
Yeah,
All right.
probably
Well, thank you for
gonna
hanging
check
out with
out
us.
too.
We've been on a lot longer than I expected, and I really appreciate you hanging out. And
Yeah.
I enjoy talking to you, both of you, anytime. So
Yeah,
continue
thanks.
on. I'll be listening. Thank
all
you for
right.
having me.
Love you. And tell Jeannie, I know you're listening, Jeannie. I love you, girl.
Okay. Thanks.
No smoking? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, just
Is that
no
what that just said?
smoking.
What? Look at these pipes
So
right here.
yeah, there's
What is that? Are those pipe sticks? Look at these freaking pipes.
yeah, I did.
Oh my god. And these guys knee deep in dirt over here.
Yeah, looks like they're removing steel pipes again in '04 again. It's doesn't make sense because it should already been done by
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm
time.
saying. The dates, they're,
No, no, exactly, Jen. This and that you have this building that's it's not even part of the buildings that the fair are these type of buildings. I have the same one in my town.
yeah,
It's like these armories or these asylums
yeah, or a prison.
or prisons. Yeah, these buildings was already there. I think we are at the end. So yeah, we
Wow.
started. Yeah, there you go. We did it all right on time, Jen.
Well, there you have it, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Yeah, crazy
My
pictures.
head is just like.
Doesn't add up. Nothing. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the conclusion I'm coming to is that it's all fake. I mean, what proof do we have that any of this is real? We only have their narrative and their pictures, and their pictures and their narratives do not match up.
Yeah, but they have mixed with real with fake. That's how they can pass it as real, because there are real stuff in it, but
Right.
it's really hard to know because they have muddy the waters.
Well, the one guy who was picking apart the 1893 one, and he was showing in like people being painted in and stuff. He had noticed that there was a tree that looked the same in 3 different pictures. And in one picture, it was like in the middle of the road, and in the next picture, it wasn't there. I mean, it's like the same tree, different locations and stuff. Like they just copied and pasted it or something. Like this weird little stuff that why would they do that?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, just like I told you in the beginning that they probably had this tree as a cutout, that they have. They put on top of any picture. They take a picture with it on top, and now they have a picture of this, and now it's a real picture because they took a picture of a picture with the modification on top, and now it looks like a real picture.
Why would they have to screw with any of it? If
Yeah,
it's all
exactly. Why would
legit?
they do
You know what I'm
this?
saying?
But the only way they would do this is to explain that they didn't build it, so they had to make believe that they did, and that's how they did it, I guess.
The lack of workers is a huge problem for me, and that's not just on this site. It's the 1893, and I'm assuming because at this point, really, I don't feel like I even have to go look. It has to be all of them are like this, at least up until the 30s.
Oh yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what to think about any of this stuff anymore. There's too many discrepancies, too many gaps in their story and their pictures. The lack of workers, the weather, the factoring in of the weather, the time frames that it takes to make this stuff, the logistics of getting all this stuff there, and accommodating the people that have to work on these sites, even if it is just a handful of people. They got to eat, they got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but this kind of site, you cannot have just a handful of people working.
No.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
And I guess all these people came to work how?
Yeah.
Where did they live? Did they live like right beside? No, they had to come from somewhere, but you don't see a row of horses because they had to come work on horses' back.
Yeah,
You don't see that. You don't see any cars. You don't see horses. You don't see anything. So they just appear there, these workers. Doesn't make sense.
And all that scaffolding, the scaffolding is just like next level stuff. It's too much scaffolding. I mean, that would take time in itself to get all that there and put all that up and stuff. And I mean, the building's already built. It's covered in scaffolding. Like, it's just, I don't know.
No, because the entire building, like you said, is covered. Usually when you do scaffoldings, you do a section. When the section is gone, you move on. You dismantle the section that's done. Then you put that. And if you have like repairs, you just do a small one, you know. But that's not what we see. We see entire building out of scaffolding, but the building's already done. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't even know. The Ferris wheel thing is a huge thing for me because, you know, you got a 70-ton axle. It's the biggest piece of steel ever manufactured. They don't show it getting to the location or being put into the Ferris wheel. That's huge. I mean, if you're going to have something that's 70 tons, you better have some way to fucking move that thing and get it where it needs to be.
Yeah, I want to see the thing that casted this giant shaft, you know.
It just doesn't make sense, none of it. I'm trying to scroll up the chat here and see what's going on. All right. So I guess we're going to get ready to get out of here. We've been on 3 hours and 42 minutes, which is no surprise to me. I knew it was going to be a long show, so I'm pretty happy with that. We got through all the pictures and I got through my tabs and stuff. As far as the drones and the orbs and all that other stuff that's going on, I haven't seen anything yet. I mean, I have seen those, you know, a ball of orb, white light, whatever in the sky months and months ago. But I haven't seen anything crazy or unusual. I haven't heard anything from my family members up in Philly or anything weird going on. I really only heard it here on the internet. So at this point, I don't know what's happening with that. And if the government doesn't seem too upset about it, you know, you would think that they would be like, oh, crap, we were being invaded by drones. Who's you know, hovering over our military bases here? But so I don't know what's going on with that neither. But you got to stay armored up. You got to stay prayed up and make sure you stock up on toilet paper and water or some seashells. Or some shards of pottery, whatever wipes your ass. Good enough. Anyway, thank you, SHEPU.
Yeah, it was a pleasure being here again.
I appreciate you. All right, we're gonna get out of here with a song tonight. Let's see what I got here.
Yeah, thanks everyone for sticking up. How many? No, almost 4 hours.
33. I'm locked in at 33 right now on mine.
Yeah, it fluctuates.
Yeah, well, here we are, 33. Like I always say, the only thing that evil needs to prevail is for good men and women to stand by and do nothing. So let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. Call BS on all this shit. All right, I love you guys. We are out of here.